What's up, movie fans? I'm the Master of Movies, Clay, from the Hills Maniacs, and today I'm going to be bringing you part 1 of my updated DVD and Blu-ray collection. Now, if you've watched my updated DVD and Blu-ray collections before, you'll know that I usually do this in about 6 to 7 parts because I have a bunch of different bins and I just go through and show off the cases and things. As you can see, I have some sitting here, but I'm going to start with the other ones because they're in alphabetical order. But I'm going to try and do this instead of making a lot of shorter videos, maybe possibly making this into maybe 1 or 2 or 3 couple hour long videos. Just to make sure that it all goes a lot quicker than normal, because I know personally for me I like watching longer videos for these types of things and just watching them like that. So maybe this is the better way to go, and I'll do this for the first part, and then if it doesn't work out like that, or if you guys like it the other way where I did smaller videos, just let me know in the comments of this video if you want me to go back and do the next parts as smaller videos. So anyways, as I said, these are in alphabetical order. We're going to start with DVDs, and then we'll go into Blu-rays, and then kind of like my box sets, or like things that I keep separate for whatever reason, whether it's because they have a bunch of discs in them, or I just like the way that it looks, so I just keep it separate from the rest of the movie. And I did just do a recent one of these for Christmas week. I did my Christmas movie and DVD and Blu-ray collections, where I showed off all my Christmas or like Christmas themed movies and things that I had. So if you haven't seen that, you can go check that out. It was during Christmas week this year. And if you haven't seen any of my other DVD and Blu-ray collection videos, basically I try to take as much time as possible as I can to talk about my favorites of the movies, and kind of go in depth with why I like them or whatever. And then there's some that like I haven't seen, and you'll hear me say that a lot, that I haven't seen them, because I buy a lot of movies at like Dollar Tree or out of like the $5 bin at Walmart, and I buy them just to buy them with the intent of watching them, but I never usually get around to watching them. But who knows, hopefully someday I will. And so you'll hear me say that a lot, that I haven't watched them, but I just go through and show them, and these are just the empty cases. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. The first one I have is a really great movie. This movie is great. Oh, and by the way, spoilers for some of these movies, because if I go in depth with them and you haven't seen them yet, sorry if I ruined it for you, but most of these have been out for long periods of time, so if you haven't seen them, that's your fault and you deserve to be spoiled. But a lot of them, are newer movies, so if I do end up spoiling it for you, I'm sorry. You can just skip through that part. Just a heads up, there will probably be spoilers for endings of movies if you haven't seen them. So the first one is A Beautiful Mind. Great movie, Best Picture, and Russell Crowe won. I think he won for Best Actor. If he didn't, he was definitely nominated. I'm pretty sure he won, though, because he won for this and Gladiator back-to-back, I think. But great movie. If you haven't seen it, the ending of this movie is just great. I won't spoil that for you, because otherwise there's no point of watching the movie. But the ending of this movie is really just, I didn't see it coming, and when it happened, it was just great. So this whole movie is incredible. If you haven't seen this, definitely recommend check it out. It's just a great movie, and I did a review of it on this channel. You can go check that out when you're done with it, because I was doing a series on watching Best Picture winners and giving reviews of them. So maybe I'll pick that up too. If you guys want to keep seeing more of those, and you have suggestions for movies that have won Best Picture that you'd like to see me watch and review on this channel, then go ahead and let me know. But next is A Bridge Too Far. This is one of those ones I think I got at like the $5 bin or Dollar Tree or something. But it's a war movie. And I haven't I haven't seen it, but I have heard about it, so I grabbed it and just never watched it. But let me know if you've seen it. Let me know what you guys thought of that, because I haven't actually seen it yet. Next is A Bug's Life, one of my favorite Pixar movies. If you haven't seen this, definitely watch it. It's a fun movie about bugs that are alive, and they have basically Flick is an ant who doesn't belong with the colony of ants, or at least he thinks he doesn't, and he ends up meeting these other bugs and stuff, and it's just a really fun movie. Check it out if you haven't already, because it's a really fun Pixar movie. Next is A Chipmunk Christmas. This is Alvin and the Chipmunks. I haven't seen this. I have seen Alvin and the Chipmunks. I just haven't seen this. But it's the Christmas one, and you saw this in my Christmas movie collection video I did for Christmas week. If you watched it, you've seen these next couple because I have them. These are all Christmas movies. So, A Christmas Carol. This is the Disney animated one with Jim Carrey voicing Ebenezer Scrooge. Really good movie. And any of the Christmas Carol movies I think I've enjoyed. I don't think I've seen one yet that I haven't enjoyed. We watched Scrooged over Christmas too, so that was a good movie with Bill Murray. But I do have the George C. Scott version where he plays Ebenezer Scrooge, but it's on Blu-ray, so I'll show that later on. But Christmas Carol, I mean, it's a classic no matter which version you watch. The Disney one's a little bit more fun because it's animated in Disney, but it's still, I mean, it's basically the same movie. This next one is another classic. It's our mom's favorite movie pretty much ever. This is A Christmas Story. Sorry you can't see that. The light's kind of in the way, but it is A Christmas Story, and this opens up and there is a globe on the inside with Ralphie. So that's kind of cool for the slipcover. But this is a classic Christmas movie. It's on all the time for, I think it's 24 hours or whatever on Christmas Eve. So you can always check it out if you can't get it on DVD or Blu-ray. But this just a fun movie. Next is A Cinderella Story. I've never seen this. I didn't buy this. I got this. I bought a box of like 50 or so random movies from eBay, and this was one of those movies. Like, I didn't know what I would get because it was just a bunch of random movies. And so it's got Hilary Duff in it. I don't know. I've never seen it, but I have it because I don't get rid of movies. Next is A Dog's Journey. I haven't seen this one, but I have seen A Dog's Purpose. I think Journey is second, right? Yeah. So this is the second one. A Dog's Purpose was a great movie. Haven't seen this one, so hopefully I'll get around to it someday. A Dog's Way Home. I think this is part of the series, if I'm not mistaken. It says it's from the best-selling author of A Dog's Purpose, so I think it's part of the Dog's Purpose trilogy, but it might not be. It could be a separate movie. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, but I haven't seen that one either. Next is a two-pack Tom Cruise movies. It's A Few Good Men and Jerry Maguire. It's A Few Good Men is listed first. That's why it's in the A's. So, haven't seen either one of those, but I know Jerry Maguire is a classic. Well, they're both classics, but I haven't actually seen either one of them, so I probably should. Next is A Good Man, Steven Seagal. This was another one I got in that set of random movies. Never seen it. My dad loves Steven Seagal movies, so I'll probably have to watch this one with him or check it out. I don't know if he's seen it or not, but I haven't. A Kind of Murder. I got this at, I think, Dollar General or something. And it sounded interesting, so I picked it up, and I just haven't watched it yet. The next one I have is A Knight's Tale. This is a great movie with Heath Ledger. I watched this, I think, in like Comm Lit class or something, or one of the English classes or something. Is this based off a book? I don't know, but I remember watching it in school. I don't remember what we watched it for, but really great movie. And then I found it on DVD, so I picked it up. But check that one out if you haven't. If you're a fan of Heath Ledger, check that one out. Another one from that set of random movies I got was A Lot Like Love. Don't know anything about this one either. That's the thing about, I buy the set of random movies because I like having movies and stuff, but a lot of them I've never heard of or don't care to watch. This one I got at Dollar Tree. A Matador's Mistress. Adrian Brody won an Academy Award, not for this movie, but he's in it. And Penelope Cruz, who's also an Academy Award winner. Never seen this movie. Next is some of my favorite horror movies. This is the 8-movie A Nightmare on Elm Street collection. So it's got A Nightmare on Elm Street, A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master, A Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child, and then Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, Wes Craven's New Nightmare, and Freddy vs. Jason, which I have another copy of on Blu-ray. So you'll see that when I show my Blu-rays again. But the first two, I think, are my favorite. I've seen the first 5. I haven't seen Freddy's Dead or New Nightmare. I've seen the first 5. Don't care about 3, 4, or 5 really. I know a lot of people like the other ones, but the first one's definitely my favorite because it's the original, it's the classic, but just the second one's also, I think, okay too. The rest of them just downhill from there. It's like Friday the 13th. They go downhill after the second one. But if you haven't seen these and you're a fan of horror movies, please go check out at least the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie, because it's just a classic horror movie. And if you haven't seen it yet and you're a fan of horror movies, then you're not truly a fan of horror movies. Next is A Perfect Planet. This is from BBC America, or just BBC, narrated by Sir David Attenborough. I love all of these documentaries he does, like Planet Earth and all those different ones. I haven't checked this one out yet. Really looking forward to seeing this one though. It was sort of a more recent pickup. I mean, kind of. It was last year I know that I got it, but it's just, I love all these documentaries. I'm a huge animal lover, environmental biology major at college, so I love all these documentaries, and narrated by David Attenborough. He knows his stuff, so it's just really cool to get to watch these and stuff, and just the way they film this stuff, and it's just awesome. So if you're a fan of these documentary type things about nature and animals and stuff, go check out any one of these from David Attenborough and BBC. But I haven't seen this one yet. Really looking forward to it though. Next is another pretty decent horror movie. That's A Quiet Place. I haven't seen the second one. I have the second one on Blu-ray. This one I didn't mind. It was unique for being horror. It's not my favorite horror movie, but it was definitely a unique concept where basically these creatures are on Earth, and if you make a noise, they have like great hearing or whatever, so they can hear it, and they come and kill you and stuff. So that these people have to live their lives basically being quiet, and so it's got John Krasinski, Emily Blunt, and some child actors and stuff, but it's also directed by John Krasinski, I think. Yeah, it's also directed by John Krasinski, so obviously him and Emily Blunt are actually husband and wife, and they play them in this movie, but really not a bad horror movie there. This next one is A Score to Settle. This was one of Nicolas Cage's newest movies when I bought this. Haven't seen it yet. Not a huge Nicolas Cage fan. I know a lot of people love him, and he is an Academy Award winner, but I don't know. I've never been a real big fan of Nicolas Cage. I mean, I don't hate his movies just because he's in them. I'm not a huge fan. I don't buy movies just because Nicolas Cage is in them either, though, but I don't not buy them because he's in them. But I guess basically he's a prisoner that gets released from prison and tracks down somebody that he did something with before he went into prison or something. I don't know. It sounded interesting, so I picked it up, but I haven't watched it yet. Let me know if you've seen that one, what you thought of it. Another one I got from that set of random movies is A Star Is Born. This was the original one with Barbra Streisand and Chris Christopherson. Never seen it. I know they remake it with Lady Gaga, I think. Next is A Time to Kill, another one from that set of random movies. This one I've heard of. I've heard good things about it. I just haven't seen this one yet either. Samuel L. Jackson, Sandra Bullock, Matthew McConaughey, Kevin Spacey, great actors. Just haven't seen it yet. I need to start watching movies. This one I have seen, A Walk Among the Tombstone. Liam Neeson, I buy all of his movies. This is one of those ones that I do buy just because of who's in them. And I do buy these movies just because Liam Neeson's in them. I don't think I've had a Liam Neeson movie yet that I haven't liked. This one's weird, but it was still, I still liked it. I don't know, maybe it's just something about Liam Neeson, but I buy all of his movies. I've seen pretty much all of his movies. Great movie. Well, not great movie, but it's a weird movie, but it's still good. AI, Artificial Intelligence, another good one. I think I said in my last one that I haven't watched this. I have seen this since then, but just really, really fun, unique movie. So this was kind of cool, and I think it was before its time with, alien invasion stuff. Next is Abbott and Costello, Who's on First. This is a comedy skit thing that they did, and it's got a couple different skits in it and stuff. But Abbott and Costello are really funny, and Who's on First is one of my favorite skits that they've ever done. It's about baseball and stuff, and it's funny. If you haven't seen it, there's clips of it on YouTube. Just look up Abbott and Costello, Who's on First. Next is Abduction with Taylor Lautner. It's got Alfred Molina, Lily Collins, Sigourney Weaver, and basically, I guess Taylor Lautner's parents were like spies or something, and then people come after him because of who his parents were and stuff. So, really fun, unique movie. I enjoyed it. Next is Abominable. I haven't seen this. I got it because it's DreamWorks, and I was trying to collect all the DreamWorks movies. So if you've seen this one, let me know what it's like. But I haven't actually watched this one yet. About a Boy, Prime, The Wedding Date, and Intolerable Cruelty. I've never seen any of these. I don't know why I even have this, but yeah, they're all romance movies. I don't watch those. This next one I got from that set of random movies. This is About Schmidt with Jack Nicholson. Haven't seen it. Jack Nicholson's a great actor though, so it's probably a good movie. I just haven't watched it yet. Next is a Clint Eastwood 2-film collection. So it's got Absolute Power and True Crime. Haven't seen either one of those. I haven't seen a lot of Clint Eastwood stuff. I've seen Gran Torino and some other ones, but haven't seen a lot of his stuff. Next is The Accountant with Ben Affleck. I've heard good things about this and still haven't seen it yet. Again, I need to start watching movies. But let me know if you've seen that one, what you thought. This one I have seen, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. I don't have the second one. What's it? Duty Calls or Nature Calls or something like that. I don't have that one yet, but I have seen this one. This was a fun movie. Jim Carrey's just a funny guy, so any of his movies are pretty much funny. Another one I got from that set of random movies is Across the Universe. I don't know, but I don't get rid of movies because I like having movies. Next is the 4-movie collection. Again, it's Action Classics Unleashed, so it's got Assassination Games. I think it's all Jean-Claude Van Damme. It's got Assassination Games, Double Team, Maximum Risk, and Until Death, and I haven't seen any of those either. And this next one is a 4-movie set. Again, it's Adam Sandler movies, and I have seen all of these. So it's got Click, Big Daddy, 50 First Dates, and Mr. Deeds. 50 First Dates is a really good movie. Click was a good one. I mean, they're all good, but I think out of the set, I think 50 First Dates, I think, is my favorite of these 4. But Adam Sandler, another funny guy, just really great actor. So he's one of my favorite comedic actors. Okay, next is The Addams Family. Haven't seen this one, the animated one. This isn't like the original Addams Family. This is the new animated one. And then I have Addams Family 2, which I also haven't seen. I heard the first one was good. The second one I've heard mixed things on. I want to check these out. I just haven't yet. I'll probably watch them around Halloween or something just because. Another one I got from that set of random movies was Adventure Time Season 2. That's a weird thing to throw in there. I've never seen Adventure Time. I don't care to see Adventure Time. I mean, I've seen parts of Adventure Time. That's why I know I don't care to see it. But it's Season 2. So, like, what am I going to do with Season 2? But I don't get rid of movies, like I said before, unless I already have it. But next, I have The Adventures of Aquaman, the complete collection. I think I got this at, like, Dollar Tree or something. This is, like, an animated Aquaman thing. I don't know. Probably not as good as the Jason Momoa one. The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. I bought this because it's a Disney movie and I'm trying to get all the Disney movies. It's about Ichabod Crane. Good, not a bad movie. Next is Agatha and the Truth of Murder. This is basically about Agatha Christie, who's a mystery writer and stuff, and I guess she basically has to help the police solve crimes, and people are using her books to commit crimes or something. And it reminds me of kind of like The Raven, I think. I haven't seen this, but that's what I get just from reading the back of it. It reminds me of kind of like The Raven with John Cusack, where he played Edgar Allan Poe and had to do the same thing. Next is Agent Cody Banks. This was one of my favorite movies growing up. It was just a fun movie. Hilary Duff, Frankie Muniz, Ian McShane's in it. So this was just a fun movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Next is Air Buddies. I got this in the set of random movies, but it's also a Disney movie, so that works out for me. I haven't seen this one. Air Bud was a good movie too, which I wish I had that on DVD. Air Force One and In the Line of Fire. This is a 2-pack. I know it's a weird 2-pack. One's Harrison Ford, one's Clint Eastwood, but I haven't seen either one of those. I know Air Force One's a good movie. I need to watch both of them though. Next is Airplane and Airplane 2, the 2-pack. I have seen Airplane, haven't seen Airplane 2, but Airplane's really funny. Let me know if you've seen the second one, what you thought of it. Next is another one I got from the set of random movies. This is 4 Faith favorites, I guess. It has After the Wizard, In the Doghouse, The Secret Handshake, and Kumbula I Will Remember. I don't know much about any of these, so yeah, it's just it was in that set, and that's yeah. I haven't seen any of them. Another classic Disney movie, Aladdin, one of my favorites. Robin Williams, rest in peace, voiced the genie and just did a great job. Funny guy. I love Robin Williams, but Aladdin's a great movie. Didn't see the remake. Don't care to see the remake, the live action remake. I'll probably buy it anyways, just because it's a Disney movie. But next is another one I got from that set of random movies. This is Alexander. I would assume it's supposed to be about Alexander the Great. I don't know. I mean, it's got Colin Farrell, Angelina Jolie, Val Kilmer, Jared Leto, Rosario Dawson, and Anthony Hopkins. So you can't go wrong with a cast like that, right? So who knows? But I've never even heard of this movie until I got it. But I have it now, and I'll probably never watch it. But whatever. Alien Battlefield Earth. I got this at like Dollar Tree or like $5 at Walmart or whatever. It's just an alien invasion movie, I think. Haven't seen it yet, but it looked kind of cool. So who knows? Next is the Alien Files. This has 4 movies in it. Night Skies, Alien Hunter, Ghosts of Mars, and The Day the World Ended, all about like alien invasions and stuff. Haven't seen any of them either. I've never been a fan of like alien invasion movies, but who knows, maybe I'll get into them. Speaking of aliens on DVD, this is the second one. I do have the complete series on Blu-ray, so you'll see that later when I show that on Blu-ray. I didn't get rid of this, even though I have it on Blu-ray, just because I really like this case and the things. So I just kept the DVD copy of this one too, but I got rid of all the other ones. All Hallows Eve. Never seen this. It looked good, and I guess a murder or something takes place on Halloween Eve, Hallows Eve. So they're trying to figure out what happens and stuff. But looked good, just never saw it. Next is a wrestling one. This is Allied Powers, the world's greatest tag teams. This is basically just a series of matches and people talking and documentaries and stuff about different tag teams in the wrestling business. Really cool to learn about some of the old time, wrestling teams that basically started the tag team division. Alien Code. I haven't seen this one. Didn't know much about it. I think I got this for like $5 or something again, but I don't know anything about it. And then this next one is Aloha Fluffy. This is the Hawaiian tour that Gabriel Iglesias, also known as Fluffy, did. He's a funny guy. So this was his Hawaiian thing. So check his stuff out if you haven't. Next is Alpha. This was a great movie. The only problem for me is there was no English in it. Like, it had English subtitles. But I don't like movies that I have to read the subtitles. I don't like reading. That's why I watch movies. I don't want a movie that I have to watch the subtitles to understand what's going on. But nonetheless, it was a good movie. A kid basically befriends a wolf because they're both like abandoned in the wild and stuff, and they end up helping each other and stuff. So it was a really good movie. I just wish it had actual words in it. Next is Alvin and the Chipmunks. I mentioned this earlier. I have seen this one. I haven't seen any of the sequels. I don't have any of the sequels. But this was a really fun movie. I remember watching the animated Alvin and the Chipmunks, on VHS and stuff when I was growing up. And speaking of the animated ones, this is Alvin and the Chipmunks meet Frankenstein with this cool glow-in-the-dark slipcover. I don't know if it actually glowed in the dark or not. It's supposed to. I don't know if it does. But it is animated. And I had this one on VHS. I remember watching this. So it was just a really fun movie. And then when I found it on DVD, I said, why not get it, just to have it again. Next is Amazing Mysteries, a collector's set. I got this also in that set of random movies. It's got Egyptian pyramids, dinosaur extinction, ancient prophets, and the Ark of the Covenant. All like mystery things. I'll probably watch this. I should probably watch this soon because those are kind of cool. Those are all like things that people are always interested in. So that might actually be interesting to watch. Next is The Amazing Spider-Man. It's a freaking crappy Spider-Man movie. Nothing against Andrew Garfield or Emma Stone or Jamie Foxx. Is he in the first one? Maybe. I don't even remember because that's how bad of a movie it is. But it's just I don't like The Amazing Spider-Man. I'm sorry for those of you that liked it, but it just looked crap for me. America at All Costs. This was a John Wayne movie. I picked it up just because it was John Wayne. It was like $5 or something, but my grandfather loved John Wayne, so I grabbed this. I have John Wayne collections. You'll see later. That's probably in it because I don't pay attention, but whatever. American Beauty. This is a Academy Award winner for Best Picture. That's why I got it, because I can watch it and review it, but I haven't seen it yet. American Hustle, another one I haven't seen. I've heard mixed things about, and probably should watch it, but just haven't. American Psycho, this one I have seen. This is a really good movie. A remake of Psycho, basically. Really good movie. This next one is American Underdog. This is basically based on, I don't know how accurate it is, but it's supposed to be based off the life of Kurt Warner, played by Zachary Levi in this movie. Anna Paquin plays his wife. It was a really good, inspirational football player movie and stuff. It showed the stuff that he went through before he became a quarterback in the NFL and one of the greatest quarterbacks in the NFL. So it was a good movie. Check it out if you're into sports movies and stuff like that. Next is the Amityville Horror triple feature. This has Amityville Horror, the 1979 version, Amityville 2, The Possession, and Amityville 3, The Demon. Haven't seen any of these. I know the first one at least is a classic, so I should probably watch it. And then this is the Amityville horror remake, I think from like 2009. I want to say maybe earlier, 2006 something. I don't know, but I haven't seen that one either. But I just got that one because I bought the set of the other ones. Next is Anastasia. This came in that set of random movies. I don't even know what this case is supposed to be. This is a follow-along DVD, full-length kids thing. I don't know. I mean, it's got this like handle on it. I've never seen a DVD case like this before. It's kind of cool actually, but I just wish it wasn't this movie. I could always change it and put something else in here, but that it is kind of a cool case. I've never seen Anastasia. It was in that set. The next one I got is Ancestral World. This is kind of like an old like demons and you know, demons and sword fights and stuff, and it just kind of it looked cool, so I picked it up. I haven't watched it yet. Next is Anchorman: The Legend of Ron Burgundy. This is a funny movie. Will Ferrell as an anchorman, and then I have Anchorman 2, The Legend Continues. I haven't seen that one. Let me know if you've seen the second one, if you think it's better than the first. Angel Has Fallen. I haven't watched this one yet. I have watched Olympus Has Fallen. I need to watch London Has Fallen and this one. I have the other two on Blu-ray, so you'll see those in another part. But haven't seen this one. But this is the third one in the trilogy. Angels in the Outfield. I only got this because it was Disney. I have seen this. It was a while ago when I was a kid, but it's about like angels that help this baseball team win and stuff. So it's kind of cool movie, but it's a Disney movie, so that's why I picked it up. Haven't watched it in a while though. Animated All Stars. This is basically a set of like different animated things and stuff. So it's got all these different animated. You can't see that. It's got all these different animated shows and episodes and stuff on it. There's too many to read off, so yeah, there's way too many to read off. But it's old time like animated shows and stuff. And then Animusic 2. This is basically like machines that play instruments and stuff. We watched this in band, I remember, and it was just really fun because the lights light up to the rhythm and stuff, and it was just, there's no talking or nothing, but it's cool if you want to just listen to music from robots. All right, next is Anna. I haven't seen this. I just kind of like this slip cover on this, but I haven't seen this. I did read about it. It sounded interesting. Picked it up, just haven't watched it yet. This next one is Annihilation. This was a weird movie. It had a weird ending. A lot of people like this, and I couldn't get behind it. It wasn't a bad movie. I was just confused. Ant-Man, not my favorite of the MCU movies, but definitely not my least favorite. There's some crappy MCU movies, which you'll see me talk about, unfortunately, some other time. But Ant-Man, it's not my favorite. It's not my least favorite. Ants from DreamWorks, kind of like the DreamWorks knockoff version of A Bug's Life. Bought it because it's DreamWorks, but haven't actually watched the full thing. Apocalypse Now, another one that I know I should probably watch, and I haven't. Marlon Brando's in it. I know that. Haven't seen it though. Apostles of Comedy. This is 3 Christian comedians and stuff. They're really funny. Yeah, or not necessarily just Christians, but at least clean comedy. But they were. Yeah. But they're funny. Next is Aquaman. This is one of my favorite DC films. a lot of people hate on this movie, and I don't know if it's because of the Amber Heard stuff or what, but I just I didn't mind this movie, and this and Wonder Woman are my two favorites. I think of the especially the newer DC movies. Um, I think these two are this and Wonder Woman are my favorite. I didn't like Batman v Superman that much, and Justice League. We're not gonna go there. Suicide Squad, all them other ones. Just yeah. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Haven't seen this. I know it's based off a book. I think I read some of the stories um, before, when I was in elementary school or whatever. But I haven't seen this. But I just picked it up. This is actually a DVD game, and I think this is actually Steven's. It's Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? You basically play the game and answer the questions and stuff. So it's kind of cool, but I haven't played it in a while. I'm not smarter than a fifth grader, I'll say that. Next is Argo. I believe this is an Academy Award winner, I think, for Best Picture. So maybe I'll review this one if it won. I think it did. I'll have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure it did. Ben Affleck, Alan Arkin, John Goodman, Bryan Cranston. Heard it was good, just haven't seen it. Probably should, though. Arrival. Haven't seen this full movie. Amy Adams and Jeremy Renner and Forest Whitaker, full thing. The Art of War. I got this in that set of random movies. Don't know anything about it. It's got Wesley Snipes in it, but that's all I know about it, just because it's on the front cover. This next one I also got in that same set. This is Art School Confidential. Never heard of this. I'm just looking to see who all's in it. I know John Malkovich, Angelica Houston, Jim Broadbent. Yeah. Okay. Well, haven't seen this. Don't know much about it. It was just part of that set of random movies I got. Arthur Christmas. I have seen this. This is a great animated Christmas movie. If you watched anything during Christmas week, we did a 25 questions thing for trying to figure out different actors from Christmas movies and stuff, and a lot of mine, or some of the ones we did in those were from this movie, and Steven hasn't seen this, so he didn't know those actors, but I mean, he knows the actors, just not from this movie. But it was just really funny. It's kind of a running joke now. But so Steven, this one's for you. This is Arthur Christmas. You can watch it anytime you want, Steven. So there's that. It's a great Christmas movie, though. Another one from that set is Artworks. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. This one looked cool when I bought it. This is Astro, basically about people that like live on a space station or something, or they go looking for something. And this dude on the back looks like one of the avatars from the movie Avatar. But haven't seen this, but it looked and sounded cool when I bought it. I just never sat down to watch it. Astronaut with Richard Dreyfuss. This I found at Dollar Tree, I think. He plays an astronaut. I don't know much about it, but it looked cool. And it's got Richard Dreyfuss in it. Asura, The City of Madness. I got this at Dollar Tree. I don't know. It looked kind of interesting. Picked it up. Haven't seen it. I told you you're going to hear me say that a lot. Atlantis, The Lost Empire. I got this just because it's a Disney movie. I have seen this. It's been a while, though. I don't remember much about it, but I know I have seen it. I think is there 3 Atlantis movies? I think there is, but I only have the first one. Is that even the first one? I think it is. Next is Attack from Beneath, another one I got from Dollar Tree. This is basically like this. I guess this creature comes out of Earth or out of the ocean or something, and these different alien things happen, and they gotta it's a sci-fi action movie basically. But I haven't seen it, so I don't know. Next is the Attitude Era WWE, another wrestling like documentary type thing with some matches and stuff on the the DVD about the Attitude Era, which was a period, and if you're a wrestling fan, you know what it is, but it was a period basically where they were kind of like raunchy, and there was adult rated content on the show and stuff. Next is Attraction. I think I got this at Dollar Tree also. Another alien sci-fi movie. This could have been from Walmart in the $5 bin, I don't know. But another one of those ones that I haven't seen, but it's like one of those like alien movies. Next we have is the Austin Powers three movie collection. Haven't seen any one of these, but it has International Man of Mystery, The Spy Who Shagged Me, and Austin Powers in Goldmember. Haven't seen any of these. I know a lot of people like them and have fun with them, but I've never seen any of them. This next one is one of my favorite movies, well deserving of the title of highest grossing movie of all time. Avatar is a great movie. Can't wait to see Way of the Water. It is out. I just haven't I haven't had time to go see it yet. And if I don't get to see it in theaters, hopefully I'll get it on DVD when it comes out. But I've heard mixed reviews about Way of the Water, so I do kind of want to see it to form my own opinion, but this one was really great. I love Avatar. Great movie. Next is The Aviator, another really good movie that I've heard things about that I need to watch. It's got Leonardo DiCaprio. Cate Blanchett won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. It's from Martin Scorsese. I just haven't watched it yet. Alien vs. Predator. You know, a lot of people hate on this movie as part of the Alien or Predator franchises. Two of those iconic movie characters. I have a poster of Predator hanging up over there. I have an action figure of Predator over there. I have an Alien figure. You know, I love the Alien movies. I love the Predator movies. And I like this movie. I don't care what people say. I don't take it as part of the Alien franchise or part of the Predator franchise. I wish they would have made it better. I'm not saying it's a perfect movie, but for what it is as a solo movie, well, except the sequel, but for what it is, if you don't count it as part of either one of those franchises and don't worry about the continuity and the backstories of the Yautja, and I think that's what they're called, the Predators, and the Xenomorphs, the aliens, and you don't worry about the backstories and things that we knew from those movies from before this, and you just take it for a solo battle movie, a solo battle movie between two alien races with humans caught in the middle. It is a fun movie. I like it. It's not perfect, but I don't care. You can hate on it all you want, but I will stand by this movie. You have one fan, at least, Alien vs. Predator. This is a 2-pack of both of them. I'm not going to get rid of that other copy because I like the slip cover on it, but the second one is crap. I'm not going to say the same thing about the second one that I did as the first one, because the second one is crap. It doesn't make any sense. But, I mean, neither did the first one, really. But I love Alien vs. Predator. Requiem can go in the trash. Baby Driver. I need to finish watching this because I've saw parts of this, and I liked it and it was a good movie and stuff, but I never got around to finishing it, and I probably should, because I know what happens and I know where it goes. I just haven't watched the ending of it yet. Back to the Future trilogy. I've seen most of the first one, not all of it. Not a huge fan of these movies. I know they're classics. People love them. It's been forever, and for me it was just kind of slow and boring, I think. So that's why I haven't been eager to rewatch them. Haven't seen the second or third one, only parts of the first one. Next is Backdraft, the 2-movie collection. Haven't seen either one of these. I just picked them up because they were on sale. So I just picked them up, but haven't seen either one of those. Also haven't seen either one of these. This is Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2 with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Haven't seen either one of those. Don't have the new one on DVD. Balto. This is one I've always wanted to watch. Wow, you can't see that. Okay. It's white, that's why. but it's about a husky dog, an Arctic dog or whatever, I guess. And so I've always wanted to see this. I always remember hearing people talk about it when I was growing up, how good of a movie this was, and I just never got to see it. And I kind of want to, so I bought it on DVD. Haven't watched it yet. I don't really have a reason to just sit down and watch an animated movie. Not that adults can't like animated movies. If I'm gonna watch a movie, I'm gonna watch a movie. You know what I mean? Next is Bambi, another classic Disney movie. I think they're making a live action of this. I think so. It probably will. I mean, heck, they're making everything else. They got Little Mermaid in the works, so who knows? But they'll probably make one. Another one from that box of random movies was Band Slam. I don't know. It's about a band. It's got Vanessa Hudgens in it though, so that's a plus. But yeah, I don't know much about it. Also from that set, the Bang Bang Club. I don't know. Barnyard. It's in just an empty case because I lost the actual case for it, but so I just wrote Barnyard on there. But that's what's in here. Barnyard's a fun movie. Here's another wrestling one. This is the Bash 2009. It's the pay-per-view, the Great American Bash, basically. So it has all these different matches and stuff on it. Basic Instinct 2, this came in that set also. Don't have the first one, never seen this one, never seen the first one. Don't know much about it. That's what you get when you buy random movies. Next is a bunch of Batman stuff. So we have Batman. This is Michael Keaton as Batman. Jack Nicholson is the Joker. And it's got one of those like newer Warner Brothers covers. I think they were numbering some of them and stuff, but it's got like the iconic moments thing on it. And so I love these slip covers. So that's that one. Then you have Batman the movie, the Adam West like TV series movie thing. Another one with the iconic moment slipcover is Batman Returns. This is the one with Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, I think. Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer is Catwoman. Danny DeVito as Penguin. And again, Michael Keaton as Batman. Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. The best part of this movie was when Steven had a spaz attack and threw his popcorn all over the seats. That was the best part of that movie. That's how bad that movie is. And then Batman and Robin. Another one with that sort of slipcover. This is George Clooney, I think. Yeah, George Clooney as Batman. And then Poison Ivy is Uma Thurman. Chris O'Donnell is Robin. Alicia Silverstone is Batgirl. And Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. This is a crappy movie, but it's a Batman movie, so I picked it up for that. Next is the Batman 80th anniversary edition of the 18 animated films. So it's got all those listed on there. Can you see that? Probably not. There you go, sort of. Yeah, so it's got all those listed on there. I haven't seen any of those. I should probably watch those. I know a lot of people like them. Battle Los Angeles, another one that I've wanted to see and haven't. I just never really cared to sit down and watch it after I bought it. But Beast Legends, this was supposed to be about, like, I don't know if it's supposed to be like stories or like all these creatures fight each other, but it's supposed to be about different legendary creatures, like Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, dragons, giant anacondas, and different things. So it seemed kind of cool. I just picked it up. It was like $10 or something, so I just picked it up, but haven't seen it. Beast of Burden. I've heard good things about this with Daniel Radcliffe. I need to watch this. I've heard good things about it. And Pablo Schreiber's in it. You know, the one from the new Halo series, and Law and Order SVU, and the half brother of Liev Schreiber. He actually is. I'm not kidding. He actually is. I've heard good things though, so I need to watch that. Beautiful Creatures, another one that came in that set of random movies. I don't know. Here's another one that came in that set of random movies. Because I Said So. Mandy Moore, Diane Keaton. Don't know much about it. This next one is Beckman. This is from David A.R. White, like his movies. He's a Christian actor guy. He made all the God's Not Dead movies and stuff, which you'll see at another time. But he is in this by himself. He is in all the God's Not Dead movies, but basically, I think he was like a gun for hire type of like hitman thing or something. And then he finds faith and tries to change his ways, and then life catches up to him, and stuff happens and things. Sounded really interesting. I haven't seen it yet. Definitely want to check this one out. Because he is a great actor in the God's Not Dead movies. He plays the pastor in those movies. But William Baldwin's in it too. So that's, if that matters, I don't know. I thought that was interesting. I just noticed that now. But anyways, Beckman, that sounds cool. So I'll have to check it out because it's part of that. I mean, it's not part of the God's Not Dead series, but it's from the same people, or at least from David A.R. White. Bedtime Stories, another Adam Sandler movie, Disney movie. This was a fun one. He's basically telling bedtime stories to his kids, and all these things happen. Do they or do they not actually happen? But it's a really fun Disney movie. Next is B Movie. I've seen this like a long time ago. I don't remember much about it. I know it's about bees. I got that much. And it's from DreamWorks, so I picked it up again, but I haven't watched it since I got it on DVD. Another one from the set of random movies is Behind Enemy Lines. Owen Wilson's in it, so wow. But I haven't seen this either. Another one I got at like Dollar Tree or whatever is Being. This is another one of those alien invasion movies. Do you catch a theme of movies that I buy from like Dollar Tree or like the cheap movies from Walmart? They're all alien invasion movies. The thing I said I'm not a huge fan of, and yet I buy them anyways. Being John Malkovich. Haven't seen this. Heard good things about it. Heard mixed things about it. But Catherine Keener, Cameron Diaz, John Cusack, and John Malkovich. Haven't seen it, but heard it was okay. Next is the Ben Stiller 3-movie collection. So it's got Tropic Thunder, Zoolander, and The Heartbreak Kid. Tropic Thunder is a funny movie. So there's Tropic Thunder I've seen. I haven't seen Zoolander or The Heartbreak Kid. Another one from that set is Beneath the 12-Mile Reef. Don't know anything about it. It was in the random movies. The Best of Jeff Hardy, Enigma. This is some of Jeff Hardy's greatest matches and stuff in wrestling. And like a documentary on his life. Here's another wrestling one. This is The Best of Raw, the 15th anniversary. So it goes from 93 to 2008. Really cool set to look back on the moments of Raw, which is one of the shows in WWE. The Best of Sherlock Holmes. It's in this like tin thing. It's really weird, but it's got all these different episodes or movies or whatever they are. But it's got different people as Sherlock and Watson. But my favorite are the ones with Basil Rathbone and Nigel Bruce as Sherlock and Watson. Basil Rathbone's my favorite Sherlock. I don't know, just something about him. I think he does a good Sherlock. I've seen most of these too, I think. At least the Basil Rathbone ones. But yeah, just great set if you're into Sherlock Holmes stuff. The Best of the Cisco Kid. This was another one from that set. I don't know much about Cisco Kid, so. The Beethoven, the complete collection. I've seen the first one, haven't seen any of the other ones, but I bought it because it's a set. The Best of the X Division. This is Impact Wrestling's like cruiserweight division, and this is some of the greatest matches and stuff about that division. Better Off Dead with John Cusack. Never seen this. Heard different things about it. I know it's an older movie, so I need to check that out. This is Betty White, Date with the Angels collection. So it's got different movies in it. You can't see that. There you go. Yeah. But I found this at Dollar Tree, like literally the day after Betty White passed away. So I was like, I'll pick it up. And I think, is it a show? Might be a show, and those are the episodes, or it's mini movies or something. I don't know much about it, but that's why I picked it up, just because she had died like the day before. Rest in peace, Betty White. Next is the Bible, the DVD game. This is kind of like that Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader game, but you get to play like different Bible stories and stuff, but I haven't done that in forever. Next is one of my favorite series, and probably the best adaptation of the Bible itself, is the Bible, the Epic Ministries. The stories that it tells, and the different ways that the way that it tells the stories, I think, is the most accurate that people have had. Nobody's truly ever had that true, like, following the Bible to a T as this did. And this was a good series. I watched it when it was on TV, and then it's on DVD now, and it's over now. But they also had AD, The Bible Continues, which focused on after Jesus' resurrection, but this leads up to the crucifixion of Jesus, which I enjoyed this series. So if you want a good show to watch about the Bible and to help you learn more about the different stories and characters and stuff, check this out, because it's a great series. The Great Commandment. This is eight like Bible related movies. So it's Esther and the King, Joseph and his brethren, The Power of the Resurrection, The Great Commandment, Hill Number 1, I Beheld His Glory, Martin Luther, and David and Goliath. Different stories from the Bible, or at least based off of stories from the Bible. Bicentennial Man, Robin Williams. Heard good things about this. Definitely need to check this one out. Been wanting to, and then I saw that I've heard it's kind of like depressing, but it's also good. I don't know. I've heard mixed things about it, so I need to check that one out. Big Fish. This came in that set of random movies. Don't know much about this, but Ewan McGregor's in it, so is that a win? I don't know. I like Ewan McGregor, so it might be. Bigfoot Wars. This is a weird movie. People versus Bigfoot, basically, and there's just this huge, like, colony of Bigfoots, and it's a weird movie. They try to breed with humans, and it's just this weird thing. These people are hunting Bigfoot, a bunch of them, a bunch of Bigfoots, and a bunch of people. Big Legend, which is basically the same thing, guys trying to hunt Bigfoot. Never seen it though. Next is a 2-film collection, Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. It's The Big Sleep and Key Largo. Never seen either one of these, but Humphrey Bogart, Academy Award winner, just great actor. So another one from that set. This looks stupid. I'm probably never gonna watch this. But it's Big Trouble in Little Truckee. I don't know. I probably will get rid of this one because it just looks stupid. But then again, I've watched Frenzy, so can't be as bad. But it just looks stupid. And then another one from that set is The Big Wedding. Haven't seen this, don't know much about it. But again, Robin Williams is in it. So next is Bill and Ted's Double Features. This is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bogus Journey. Haven't seen either one of these. Need to watch those at some point. Bill Nye Science Guy. This is different. It's basically like a documentary on Bill Nye. That's kind of cool. I always enjoyed watching his shows in science class. Next is Biography, WWE Legends Volume 1. I watched some of these on TV when they actually aired them on TV. But it's just documentaries about different wrestling legends and stuff. That's kind of cool. Best Picture winner, Birdman. That's why I bought it. I could watch it and review it if you'd like me to, so just let me know there. I probably will at some point anyways, but I just bought it because it's an Oscar winner and I'm trying to get all of them. I have most of them, I think. Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. I don't care. I hate DC. I really do. Black Beauty. This is like a colored thing, like you can color the slipcover, but I found this at Dollar Tree the one time and just picked it up. I don't know. Black Death, another one that I got from Dollar Tree or Walmart or something. Sean Bean, Eddie Redmayne. It looks interesting. It's got that kind of like medieval like vibe to it. I think it's about the Knights Templar, if I'm not mistaken. Sean Bean's character at least works for the church, and he's a knight that's dispatched to check out the rumors of a Black Death going around Europe during 1348. Sounds cool. Probably check it out at some point. Black Hawk Down, another one that I bought cheap and just haven't watched yet. I know it's a good movie, and again, Ewan McGregor's in it, so it won for Best Film Editing and Best Sound at the Academy Awards. This next one I wanted to see in theaters. Was really looking forward to seeing it in theaters. Didn't get around to do it. Finally got it on DVD. I need to watch this. I'm looking forward to watching it. And that's Black Phone. This looked really good in theaters. If you've seen this, let me know what you thought of it without spoiling it, please. Because I haven't seen this. And this is one that I am going to watch at some point. I just don't know when. But this one, Ethan Hawke, his performance looked great in this movie, and he's just good at playing villainous, creepy people, I guess. I don't know, just something about this movie. I really wanted to watch this and didn't get to see it, so I was kind of disappointed, but I have it on DVD now, so I can't wait to watch it. Black Sea, this is Jude Law, another one that I got real cheap. Basically, I think he's like captain of a submarine or something. This next one, and this is out of order, I just realized that. I don't know why it's down here, but it should be first, is Black Adam. I saw this in theaters. Good movie. Not my favorite, but I didn't like Shazam either. So it was, but I think it was better than Shazam. There were parts that were weird, but not a horrible DC movie. It brings back hope for the DC universe, sort of. You stay up there. Next is Blackwater Abyss. Another one of those, like $5 movies or Dollar Tree movies or whatever. Basically, these people go exploring in Australia and end up coming across a crocodile. That's how most of these movies work. It's either a shark or a crocodile or some kind of deadly creature in the woods, right? Next is another Liam Neeson one. This is Black Light. I haven't seen this one. I need to watch this because it is Liam Neeson, and I got this because of that, and so I need to watch it. Yeah, I need to watch this one. If you've seen this, let me know. But again, I haven't had a Liam Neeson movie that I haven't liked. And most of his movies nowadays are pretty much the same thing, where he's like a retired cop or an ex-air marshal or something. Or his daughter gets taken and he needs to just use his very specific set of skills to go find them. But This I need to watch that. I hope I like it because it is Liam Neeson. I haven't had one yet that I haven't. Next is Blacklist season 1. I started watching this on TV when it came out, and then I lost interest at like season 3 or 4 or whatever, and it's I think it's over now, like officially over. But I only bought season 1 of this because I needed to throw something in for like an extra cost to get free shipping or something. So I just threw this in too when I was buying something. But it's not a bad show. I lost interest. I got kind of bored, but and confused, and things were happening. So whatever. Blackout Invasion Earth. Another one of those alien like movies from Dollar Tree or Walmart or whatever. But haven't watched it yet. Here's a classic, Blade. This is a good one. Wesley Snipes. They're remaking this as part of the MCU with Mahershala Ali as Blade. Maybe scheduling issues and stuff, but I didn't know he was in anything else at the moment. Anyways, I mean I haven't seen anything advertised. Not that he can't be. I'm just saying. But Blade's a good movie, and I haven't seen this one. This is Blade 2. I haven't seen this one, so I need to watch that at some point. Maybe before the new Blade comes out, if they ever get it done. Blade Runner. I haven't seen this. I know it's a classic, and I know they remade, or not remade, but made a sequel like years later or whatever. But yeah, I haven't seen this, so I should probably watch it. Blades of Glory. I saw this a while ago. I don't remember much about it, but I do remember having a fun time with it, so I could rewatch it, I guess. This is the only reason this is in B is because it's in Spanish and it starts with it. So it's Blanca Nieves y el Cazador, which is the Huntsman Winter's War, or is it Snow White and the Huntsman? I think it might be Snow White and the Huntsman. Yeah, Snow White and the Huntsman. Yeah. So, but it's in Spanish. That's why it's in the B and not in S. Anyway, I got that at Dollar Tree. I think I bought. You'll see a bunch of Spanish ones. I just buy them at Dollar Tree when they're in Spanish, just because I think it's cool. The title is in Spanish. I have the other actual English copy of these movies, but I just buy the Spanish version because it's $1 and it's kind of cool. Because you don't see that all the time. I'm not going to watch it in Spanish because then I'd have to read the subtitles. And I said before, I don't like reading subtitles. I don't like reading while I'm watching a movie. Blindside, a movie that won Sandra Bullock her Oscar. Good movie. I don't know how accurate it was. I think Michael Orr said that it wasn't exactly true in some points. But next is Blood Diamond. This looked really good. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Leonardo DiCaprio's in it. Not a fan of Leonardo, but I'll watch it probably at some point. Blood Money. This was in that set of random movies. I don't know much about this. Pitbull's in it. Does that matter? Probably not. Bloodshot. I bought this with the intent of watching it, of course, and then people said that it wasn't that good of a movie, so I wasn't too keen on watching it then after that. But basically, I think isn't Vin Diesel supposed to be kind of like a superhero type of thing, or like a super villain, or somebody that's like overpowered or something? I don't know. Another one from that set of movies is Blue Crush 2. Who knows? Okay. Next we have Blue Planet, A Natural History of the Oceans. This is narrated by David Attenborough. Another one of those things. But it was in... I didn't realize when I bought it that it's a Region 2, I think, DVD, so I couldn't watch it until I bought my Region free DVD player, and then I could watch this, and it was good. I love the ocean and stuff, so that was fun. And then my favorite of the BBC stuff is the Blue Planet Seas of Life. I love this documentary on the ocean and the different animals and stuff, and I love all of these, but this one's my favorite because I've always been interested in the ocean and stuff. And Blue Planet 2 was great as well. Um, Also narrated by David Attenborough. What are we going to do when that man's not around anymore? We're going to have to stop making these documentaries, because I've watched other ones narrated by other people, and it's just not the same. Once you watch these with David Attenborough, no offense to anybody else that narrates these types of documentaries, but it's just not the same without him as the narrator. Another one from that set of random movies was Blue Streak. I don't, Martin Lawrence, I don't know. Next is the Blues Brothers and Blues Brothers 2000. Haven't seen either one of these. I know Blues Brothers is a classic. I bought it because we were talking about it the one day, and then I saw it the next day in the store, so I bought the 2-pack, and we just haven't watched it yet. This next one is a Shudder exclusive. This is Boar, basically about a killer boar. That's why I bought it, because one, the slipcover is awesome, and two, it's a different type of animal. It's not like a shark attack movie or a crocodile or a snake. It's a boar. You don't see many things like that nowadays, where people get attacked by a pig. So I picked it up to watch it and have it. Body at Brighton Rock. This is another, like, one of those killer animal type of things, where the chick gets attacked by a bear, or is about to be attacked by a bear or something, and somebody finds a body at the Brighton Rock. It sounded cool. It's a bear attack film. Haven't watched it yet. Next is Bolt. I've seen parts of this. I haven't seen the full movie. This is the Region 2, I think. The British. Is it Region 2? I think it's Region 2. The British copy of this, with the numbered Disney Classics slipcover. And that was only in England, I think, that they did that. I don't think they did that in America, where they numbered the slipcover. So I need to try to find these for all the Disney movies that they had, and then put them in number order. I'm probably not going to put them in number order anyways. They'll be alphabetical, but so I guess that doesn't matter. But that's a cool slipcover. But it was a fun movie for what I saw. The Bone Collector, another one I've heard good things about. Haven't watched it yet. Really need to, though. I need to start watching movies, like I said. Another one from that set of movies has Warren Beatty, Betty, yeah, however you say his last name, and Faye Dunaway, and that's Bonnie and Clyde. I don't know much about it, but yeah. Boogeyman, I think it was like $5 or something, but it's a horror movie. I just haven't watched it yet. Another one from that set of random movies was The Boondock Saints. Heard different things about this. Haven't watched it. What else is new? The Book of Daniel is another one I haven't watched. I don't know how accurate it is to the story of Daniel in the lion's den from the Bible, but I need to watch that. The Book of Eli, this one I have seen. Hey! This is a good movie with Denzel Washington is blind, and he's basically trying to. They're trying to take away all of the Bibles and things in the world, and try to make religion one thing. And he's blind, but he has a Braille Bible, and he has the last Bible. So they get it so that they think that by having the Bible, they can then change what it says to make people believe that what they're saying is biblical fact, and they don't realize they can't read his, but he can, or something along those lines. I think that's the premise of the movie. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. Next is Borat. I found this for $2, so I picked it up. I don't care. Boss Baby and Boss Baby Family Business. Haven't seen either one of these. Picked them up because they are DreamWorks, and I just wanted the DreamWorks movies, but not a fan of Alec Baldwin. That's not why I don't like those movies. I just never seen them, so I don't know if I like them or not. The Bourne Classified Collection. So this has it has and I like this because it's like a booklet, and obviously the discs are in it. But it has the Bourne Identity, the Bourne Supremacy, Bourne Ultimatum, and the Bourne Legacy. and then a spot for Jason Bourne with a plastic disc to have in there, because this came out before Jason Bourne came out, this version of it, and a bonus disc. But I don't have Jason Bourne, so I can't put that in here anyway. But I've seen the first Bourne movie, but I haven't seen any of the other ones. Not a huge fan. They're not bad movies, I'm just not that huge of a fan of them. Bram Stoker's Dracula, another classic, monster movie. Next from that set of random movies was The Breakup. Vince Vaughn, Jennifer Aniston. I don't know much about it. This next one looked kind of interesting when I bought it. That's Break. It's basically these people get trapped on a ski lift thing. Is that what that's called? A ski lift? And it's freezing and nobody's there. And they were there for a New Year's Eve celebration, I guess, and nobody's there to help them, so they kind of, they're trapped and they have to find a way down, hoping that the cord doesn't break, like it shows in the picture. It sounded interesting. Haven't watched it yet. Breakpoint. I found this at Dollar Tree. I don't know. It sounded fun, so I grabbed it, but haven't watched it. I don't know. I do that a lot. This was Breakfast at Tiffany's. This is a classic movie. I got this at, I think in either that set of random movies, or I bought this with a bunch of other stuff just to kind of throw it in as like an extra thing on Amazon or something. But yeah, it's a classic, but I haven't seen it. Another classic that I haven't seen that I probably should is The Breakfast Club. Yeah, I need to start watching movies. I have all the time in the world and just never do. Another one from that set of random movies is Breaking and Entering. Jude Law, Robin Wright, Penn. I don't know. This I bought at FYE, the first season of Breaking Bad, because I've heard a lot of people say how much they like Breaking Bad, and I've just never watched it. So I grabbed the first season. Hopefully I'll like it when I watch it. I haven't actually watched it yet. Shocker, right? This next one is a wrestling DVD. This is Bret Hart, basically the anthology of WWE Hall of Famer Bret Hart, and different matches and some of his greatest moments and stuff. That one I have seen. This one I've also seen, Bridge to Terabithia, one of my favorite Disney movies. It's really sad. There is a part of this movie that's very sad. I'm not going to spoil it for you because that'll ruin it, but check this movie out. It's fun, about a world made up by these kids, and it comes to life and stuff, and it's just really cool, because it's like every child has this own world, right? I mean, in real life, like, you have this stuff in your head and these imaginary friends and things. Maybe it was just me, I don't know. Bridget Jones, The Edge of Reason, another one from that set of random movies. I don't know. Is that the second Bridget Jones movie? Isn't there another one? I don't know why I have this. Brokeback Mountain. I don't know why I have this. I honestly don't. This next one I got at Dollar Tree. That's Broken Sword Hero. I don't know. It sounded interesting, so I picked it up, but haven't watched it. Another really fun Disney movie, Brother Bear. I think they made a second one. I haven't seen the second one. Don't have the second one. But this one I really enjoyed. These brothers, basically, their brother dies and then becomes an eagle and has to guide them on this journey when they get trapped as bears through this like curse or something, and he becomes a bear, and has to basically find his way back to being human, but he can't, so he's stuck as a bear. I guess you have to die for it to happen. I don't know. Next is Brothers and Champions. This is basically a documentary on the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that's kind of cool. Brothers of Destruction. This is the greatest matches of Kane and The Undertaker, and some of the greatest moments and stuff. So that's kind of cool. One of the most iconic duos in wrestling. Bruce Almighty I haven't seen, and I haven't seen Evan Almighty. I need to watch this though. And the last one for this box, before I move on to the next box of movies, is the Buddy Holly story. This came from that set of random movies. Okay, so that was the end of the first container of movies, so we'll move on to the second one. And again, this one does pick up right where the last one left off, so it'll start with a couple of movies that start with the letter B and then move into C, D, E's, and F's. I don't remember how far exactly it goes into F, so but yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll end after this second part. So the first one I have here is Bumblebee. I've never seen this. Not a huge fan of a lot of the Transformers movies. I like the first one, but after that, I just don't really care. So I stopped watching them, and I just bought this to basically complete the Transformers set, even though I've never seen this. But hey, John Cena's in it, if that matters. Next is Burn After Reading. This is another one I got. This is one I got from that set of random movies, however many there were in the set. I've heard of it, I just never cared to watch it, but it's got a great cast in it. I mean, it's got George Clooney, Frances McDormand, John Malkovich, Tilda Swinton, and Brad Pitt. So, but I think it's like a funny. It's supposed to be like a comedy about like murder and detective stuff and fitness things or something, because I guess these two like fitness people come across secrets from the CIA and try to blackmail the CIA or something. So that's what this movie's about. But I've never seen it. I was just based off of what I've heard and what I read off the back of the box. Next is The Butterfly Effect, another one I've heard good things about, but haven't been able to check out yet. I like I said, I need to start watching movies. But I've heard that one was good, and I think there's a second one if I'm not mistaken. This next one is Cabin in the Woods. I think this is a remake. I don't know if they had an original version, but I think this is from like 2012 or something like this. Obviously, this slipcover's new. But this, I've never seen this, but it is like a horror movie. Chris Hemsworth's in it, a young Chris Hemsworth. If you can see that on the back, which you can't. There you go. But yeah, I've never seen that. I think there was an older version of that movie. Caddyshack. This is a funny movie. It's an older movie. I've never seen the full movie, but I have seen parts of this, and it was pretty funny. I need to watch the full thing though. And then this I didn't even know they made. This is Caddyshack 2. This I got in one of those sets of random movies, not the same one as all the other ones, but I've never seen this, so I didn't even know they made a second Caddyshack. I don't know if it's an actual sequel to the original or if they just called it Caddyshack 2. But like, I don't know if the characters are the same and stuff, so I don't know. I'll have to watch it. I didn't even know they made a second one. This one was good. I saw this in theaters when I was still at college. If I'm not mistaken, I think this was the first Fox movie after Disney bought it, so it had the Fox logo and the Disney logo, and that's The Call of the Wild. Harrison Ford's in this. This was a really good movie. Kind of emotional closer to the end, so I won't spoil too much, but if you haven't seen this, go check it out. This is a good movie. I really enjoyed it. I've seen it 3 times now, I think, because once in theaters and twice on DVD. Next is Candyman. This is the newer, like the sequel, remake, whatever it was. I didn't watch this version. I have seen the original Candyman, which I have on Blu-ray, so you'll see that later on. But this is like the newer version of it from 2019, I think. I think it's from 2020, 2021, something like that. I don't remember when exactly it came out. But I didn't get to see it in theaters and still haven't watched it on DVD. But maybe I'll do this and compare it to the original for like Halloween or something. I know there's other Candyman movies, but I've seen the first one. That's the only other one I have on DVD. But that was the new one. Next I have Captain America the Winter Soldier and Captain America Civil War. I have the first Avenger on Blu-ray, so you'll see that in another part. Winter Soldier's my favorite, Civil War's next, and then First Avenger is my least favorite of the Captain America movie. It's still good. It's still one of my favorite MCU films, but it's not my favorite of the trilogy. Captain America Winter Soldier, I think, is one of my favorite MCU movies. It's just a great film if you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen any of the Captain America movies and you're a fan of superhero movies, go check those out because they are some of the best superhero movies that you'll ever watch. Captain Phillips, I have not seen this. I heard good things about it, so I bought it when I saw it for cheap. I just haven't seen it yet, so let me know if you've seen that one, what you thought of it. This next one is a Cartoon Network like Hall of Fame collection. So it's got episodes of Courage the Cowardly Dog, Dexter's Laboratory, Ed, Ed and Eddie, and Johnny Bravo. All shows of which I've seen episodes of, growing up. Those were Cartoon Network and Disney Channel and Nickelodeon and stuff, were things that everybody watched. It's not like the complete series of any of those shows. It's just some episodes of each one. But it might even be like the first episode of each one or something. I don't know. I haven't watched this, but I have seen those shows. Cartoon Network had some weird shows growing up. This next one is Casino Royale, one of the only James Bond films that I've watched. I've only seen 2, I think, maybe 3. They were all the Daniel Craig ones. I have a bunch of James Bond movies. I just never really got into James Bond. And I know they have a complete set thing, but I already have most of them anyways, so I figured I'll just leave them like this and don't worry about buying the complete set. But this one I did see. This was a good movie. I haven't really wanted to watch any of the other ones. I didn't really care. Next is Casper with one of those like lenticular slip covers. So it looks really cool on camera. Where he just basically gets bigger. But it's the 25th anniversary of Casper. I watched this a long time ago. I haven't rewatched it since I bought it on DVD or anything, but I do remember liking it. It was just like a fun like kids ghost movie. This girl becomes friends with a ghost. That's why Casper the Friendly Ghost. Next, I have Castle Rock seasons 1 and 2. I haven't watched these yet. I bought them to watch them. They're from Stephen King and J.J. Abrams. And I love a lot of Stephen King stuff, so I figured I'd buy them to check them out, and just haven't gotten around to watching them yet. But I've heard good things about season 1. Season 2, not so much. I don't know if they continued it after season 2 or not. Next is Cats and Dogs and Cats and Dogs Revenge of Kitty Galore. I saw the first one, had fun with it, haven't seen the second one. I just picked it up because they were cheap, and I just figured, what the heck. Next is The Cell. This is another one that I got from Dollar Tree. I don't know much about it. I just picked it up because it was a movie. I think either that or I got it in that set of random movies. And now that I think about it, it might have been in that set of random movies. That's why I don't know much about it. Because usually I at least read the back of the box before I buy movies from Dollar Tree, and I don't remember reading that one. This would have came from a set of random movies also. It's called Center Stage. I don't know anything about it, but again, if I don't have a movie and I get one in a set like that or something, or I see one, I usually end up buying it even though I don't know much about it. This next one is The Chaos Experiment. Don't know nothing about this one either. I think this also came in a set of random movies. So I keep them even if I don't know much about them. This next one I wanted to see in theaters when it came out, and I could have sworn it had a different title at least when it was first being advertised. It had Daisy Ridley and Tom Holland, and that's Chaos Walking. Mads Mikkelsen's in it, Nick Jonas, and I wanted to watch it when it came out in theaters. Bought it on DVD, haven't seen it yet, but I could have sworn it had a different name than that because I don't remember it being called that. So that was really weird. Chappie, I have seen parts of this. I haven't seen the full movie, but I probably should watch this because I do know a lot of people like this movie. So I bought it to finish it, but never did. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. This is a weird, I want to say a different rendition of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, but really it's not because it is based off of a separate book called Charlie and the Stained Glass Elevator or whatever. So this is technically a spin-off of Willy Wonka while also being a separate movie. Johnny Depp plays Willy Wonka, and this is just a weird one compared to the other um, the actual Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. It's just a weird movie. Charlie Countryman. I got this at Dollar Tree. I've heard mixed reviews on this. Shia LaBeouf, Mads Mikkelsen, um, Rupert Grint's in it too. Vincent D'Onofrio and Melissa Leo. Um, I just haven't seen this yet, but I've heard mixed things, so I'll probably watch it at some point. Not a huge Shia LaBeouf fan though. Next one I have is Charlotte's Web. Another one that I watched when I was a kid and just haven't seen it since, but I do remember liking it back then. Who knows, maybe I'll rewatch it. Next I have Charlton Heston Presents the Bible. This is the Passion, the story of Jesus basically, but Charlton Heston like narrates it and gives you things. Cheaper by the Dozen, really fun movie. A family with 12 kids and they show the struggle of trying to raise 12 kids and stuff. But Steve Martin, this movie is funny. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Chef, this one I've heard good things about. It's got a great cast of characters too, but basically they all work in this like food truck and stuff, and it's got Jon Favreau, Sofia Vergara, John Leguizamo, Scarlett Johansson, Oliver Platt, Bobby Cannavale, Dustin Hoffman, and RDJ, Robert Downey Jr. So it's kind of cool to see Jon Favreau and Robert Downey Jr. working together on something that's not Iron Man. But I've heard good things about this, and I kind of want to watch it. I just haven't yet. One of my favorite Disney movies. Don't ask me why I like this movie so much. And anytime we play a trivia game or something, I always joke that this is going to be my answer to it, but that's Chicken Little. It's a fun Disney movie, and it's one of my favorites. I don't know why it's my favorite. I don't know why I like it so much, but I love this movie. So please go watch Chicken Little if you haven't seen it. Next is The Child in Time. I got this for cheap. Benedict Cumberbatch is in this. I don't remember much about it. I haven't seen it yet. Next is Child's Play. With this comes off. It's cardboard, and then underneath is the actual cover of the thing. But I left it on there because this is really cool. They sold these a lot for a lot of movies with the like Halloween section at the Halloween section at like Walmart and stuff. They had these on here. I do have the rest of the set, but it's the Chucky the Killer DVD collection. So you'll see it later on, cause alphabetically. But I do have the rest of them. But I didn't know that set didn't come with the first one, so I had to buy the first one separate. But I've seen parts of the first one. Haven't actually watched the full movie. It's the only Child's Play movie I've watched any of. This next one came in a set of random movies. This is Chisholm, I think is how you say that. John Wayne. Don't know much about this, but it's John Wayne. Next is Shonda Pierce Presents Stand Up for Families. This is a stand-up comedy thing featuring a lot of like clean comics, hosted by Shonda Pierce. It's pretty funny. Next is Christmas with the Cranks. Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis. Dan Aykroyd is in this, and basically their daughter loves Christmas and they don't. And their daughter decides to come home for Christmas last minute, so they have to struggle to get everything set up, and the entire neighborhood like kicks in to help because they love their daughter, and they're not the nicest of people, but they like their daughter, so they go on this adventure to try to get Christmas set up and ready for when their daughter comes home for Christmas. But really fun movie. Check that one out if you haven't seen it. It's a good movie to watch on the holidays, and you would have seen that on my DVD collection for Christmas week when I showed off all my holiday films. Next is Chronicle. Another one I've heard mixed things on. I haven't watched this yet. I need to sit down and watch some movies. Next is Chronicles of Riddick. Another one that mixed reviews that I haven't seen yet. So, but Vin Diesel's in it, so I do need to check that out. I don't know why this one's out of order. But this is Charlton Heston Presents the Bible again, but it's Jesus of Nazareth and the story of Moses, where he narrates those stories. I don't know why this is out of order. Next are three, well, at least one of my favorite movies, and then two sequels that aren't as good. But The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, amazing movie. I don't care what anyone says. This one is great. Um, I haven't read any of the books. Well, I read the first book, but the first book isn't Chronicles, or isn't Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. It's The Magician's Nephew, I believe it's called. But I've never read this book, but this movie is great. I love this movie. Um, and then, of course, you have Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian, and The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. This one's not bad. This one's, yeah. But again, I didn't read the books, so I didn't know what was happening. But even still making them into movies, the first one's just great. I love the first Narnia movie. And then this is the Chronicles of Narnia, the I guess it was like a TV miniseries type of thing, from BBC, and it aired in Britain. We had these on VHS. I think we still do have them somewhere on VHS. Obviously, we can't watch them, but I found this set on DVD, and I was like, yes, I have to rewatch it. And The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is still good in this, but this one includes extras because it has the silver chair in it too, which is the book immediately following The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, or there's one in between or something, but it has an extra one that they didn't make another movie of. But these were all like basically episodes on TV for each movie that's now a movie. So it was kind of cool. But so I have that on DVD too. I couldn't believe I actually found that one time at Walmart, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Next is, and this is in backwards because it came in a 2-pack, because this was 15 movies. It had Chuck Norris and Steven Seagal, so this is the Chuck Norris ones. And I think he's only in Logan's War, Bound by Honor, because that's what it looks like it says. And then this has all of these also on it. But yeah, it came with a set of him and Steven Seagal, and I think they're both only in one movie in the set, and the rest are just random movies thrown in there. And then another Chuck Norris set, Lone Wolf McQuade, Missing in Action, Code of Silence, and the Delta Force. Delta Force I have another copy of on Blu-ray, so you'll see that again later on. But don't say anything about Chuck Norris, he might kick you in the back of the face. But yeah, just I've never seen any of these. I just picked them up because they're Chuck Norris, and I figured he'd be mad if I didn't. Okay, so next is the Chucky, the Killer DVD collection. So it had Child's Play 2, Child's Play 3, Bride of Chucky, and Seed of Chucky. I didn't know it didn't come with the first one. That's why I bought the first one again separate. But never seen any of these either. I just bought them because they're the set. I know they have the full set with like Chucky on the thing in the Good Guy doll box. But I figured since I have this set, I don't need the other one. But who knows? Maybe I'll trade it out someday. Circus Noel. This one looked fun, about like a group of kids that work for a circus and stuff, and meet. There's a lion and all kinds of stuff, and it seemed fun. I just never watched it, but it was like $5 at Walmart, I think. This one I got in when Disney used to do a like you could get points for Disney buying Disney movies and stuff, and it's called Disney Movie Insiders now, but it used to be Disney Movie Rewards, and one of the rewards you could get was a mystery DVD or Blu-ray, and so I would always do that with my points because I didn't really care about getting anything else. They still have it. You can still get perks. They give you a code in Disney movies, and you can go on and do it. So I would definitely recommend you do that if you like getting Disney stuff. And then you can sign up for to get a free movie every month or whatever. But well, not free, but you can get sent whatever the newest released movie is for Disney. And so one of the mystery DVDs I got one time was a 2-pack of Cinderella 2 and Cinderella 3. I didn't even know these existed. I only kept them because they're Disney movies. I've never seen either one of those. I've only seen the first Cinderella on DVD, and it was forever ago. I don't even have it on DVD. This next one my grandma gave me. This is the Cisco Kid. It's 3 full-length shows, and it is literally just like a cardboard envelope. But it's got three basically full-length TV episode shows. It's got those 3 on it, if you can see it. There it is, maybe. But yeah, I've never watched this. I think it's kind of cool though that it's in cardboard like that. Next came in another random movie set. This is City Hunter, Jackie Chan. Never seen it, never even heard of it. But it's got Jackie Chan in it, Clash of the Titans and Wrath of the Titans 2-pack. I do have a steelbook of Clash of the Titans for Blu-ray. I like the first one. The second one, whatever. But these aren't bad movies if you're into those kind of like mythology type things, with Zeus and Poseidon and all them. And Liam Neeson's in it, so that's why I kept them, because he played Zeus in both of them. Click. I had this again earlier in the Adam Sandler set that I had. Not a bad movie. I said before, I think this was my favorite, or one of my favorites of the set. It is weird though, but like this universal remote controls Adam Sandler's life, and Christopher Walken's in it. I had this as a movie on my PSP too, so that was kind of fun. You could sit in the car and watch this on a handheld device, but that was but not a bad movie. If you haven't seen Click, go check it out. The next one's also out of order, so I don't know why I did that, but this is classic Christmas favorites. 10 holiday favorites. So Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which I have another copy of, so you'll see that in later on. And then it has Leprechaun's Christmas Gold, never seen that. Pinocchio's Christmas, The Stingiest Man in Town, never seen either one of those. The Year Without a Santa Claus I have seen. And then Rudolph Shiny New Year and Nestor the Long-Eared Donkey I've never seen. Frosty's Winter Wonderland, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, and Frosty's Christmas, Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July. So I've only seen like 2 or 3 of these. But yeah, I bought that just because they're classic like Christmas movies. I haven't watched all of them, but some of them I never even heard of until I got that set. Next is The Climb. I think my mom got this for me one time, but it's a Christian movie, I think. I've never seen it, so I should probably watch this one. I think I got it for my birthday or Christmas or something one year. Next is the Clint Eastwood collection. It has 4 movies. It has A Fistful of Dollars for a Few Dollars More, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and Hang 'em High. I've seen parts of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and For a Few Dollars More. I haven't seen the full ones of any of these. Never been a real big fan of Clint Eastwood, but I bought the set to hopefully watch them, because those are some of his classics. This one came in that set of random movies. This is Closer. Don't know much about this or anything. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 1 and 2. The first one I saw, I had a fun time with it. The second one I haven't seen, so let me know if I should watch the second one, because the first one was fun. It was different. Cloverfield, I haven't seen this, and then I have 10 Cloverfield Lane. I think it's on DVD, so you'll see it when I get to my numbered ones, which end the DVDs, but never seen this. Heard mixed things. This next one, this looked like a fun movie, is Clue. I love the board game Clue, and I heard good things about this, so I picked it up. I am into those like murder mystery type things. I love Knives Out. I love a lot of the Sherlock Holmes stuff, but that's why I picked it up. I just haven't watched it yet. Cobra Kai Season 1. I was a huge fan of the first Karate Kid movie, and this is obviously later on where they come back together and end up like having rival dojos and stuff. But I never watched. Oh, this is seasons 1 and 2. Sorry, but I haven't watched this yet. A lot of people said it was good, but I just haven't watched it yet. I was a fan of the original Karate Kid, but it wasn't something that like, I have to sit down and watch it. Coco, I still have yet to watch this full movie. I know all the songs and stuff from it just because I'm a Disney nerd like that, but I don't know. I haven't actually seen this full movie yet. I know the premise of it, and I know what happens and stuff, but I just haven't sat down to watch it yet. But from what I understand, it is a good movie. This I got at Dollar Tree. I honestly don't know why I picked this up, but it's Code 7, Victim 5. I don't remember much about it either. I don't know why I picked it up at Dollar Tree. I guess because it's $1 and it was a different movie that I didn't have yet. Code 8. I got this at Walmart. It was like $10 or something. But it's about like this police force or something. So Sung Kang, Robbie Amell, and Stephen Amell are both in it. One of which plays Green Arrow. I think Stephen Amell plays Green Arrow. in the Arrow series. And then Sung Kang is from, well, now he's from Obi-Wan. He played 10th Brother, the Inquisitor, but he's also in Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. But I never watched this, but it sounded interesting, so I picked it up. If you've seen it, let me know if you liked it. Next is one of my favorite shows. I'm not a huge fan of like medical shows. This one wasn't a bad show, and it had a story and it really attracted you to the show. So they did a good job with that and had some great cast acting in it. Had a great cast in it. So that's Code Black. I have season 1 and season 2. I think it only had like 3 seasons or 3.5 seasons or something. I don't know why they stopped this show. I was really enjoying this. But as soon as Rob Lowe joined the team, the show basically got canceled. So good job, Rob Lowe. You killed that show too. But not a bad. If you like medical shows, check this one out because it is a great show. Next is Color Out of Space. This is another Nicolas Cage movie. This is H.P. Lovecraft. I don't know. They had all these like random Nicolas Cage movies at Walmart the one time for like $5 each or something, and it was, and I had my Shudder subscription. I don't have it anymore, but I was like, oh, I'll get these and get the codes and stuff for them. So I bought this one too. I haven't seen it. Again, not a huge Nicolas Cage fan. Next is Coma. I got this at Dollar Tree. Yeah, I don't remember much about it, but it sounded cool when I bought it. This one came in that set of random movies. This is Comanche Moon. I think that's how you say that. Comanche Moon. Val Kilmer is in this. I guess it's like a Western type of thing. I don't know much about it. It came in a set of random movies. Coming to America, which also came in that set of random movies, but this one I have heard of. I know it's funny. Eddie Murphy. I do need to watch this though. And then I think, isn't there Trading Places? I think also I had a 2-pack of this or something that it came with. I have Trading Places separate, but I've heard this was a good movie. I just have to sit down and watch it because I don't watch movies that I buy for some reason. This next one I got in a set of random movies. This is Community, the first season. Heard mixed things on this too, so I don't know if I'll like it or not, but I might watch it at some point. I'm sure I will. This next one's another Liam Neeson movie. This one's good. Again, haven't had a Liam Neeson movie that I haven't liked. This is basically the same thing, but he's on a train instead of a plane, or instead of in a car and stuff. But he's basically like this he's an insurance salesman or something who gets caught up in something and ends up having to fight his way off of a train or try to crash the train or something. But Sam Neill is in this with Liam Neeson, so it's a good movie. Check that one out if you haven't seen it. And then we have also from that set of random movies, Conan the Barbarian. This is the Jason Momoa version, not the was it Arnold Schwarzenegger? I think. Was he in the Conan? Was he Conan? I think he was. But this is the newer, not new, but newer, from 2011 version with Jason Momoa, Stephen Lang, and Ron Perlman. Haven't watched this yet though, but it came in that set of random movies. But it's got a decent cast in it, so who knows, maybe it'll be good. Next, I lost the actual case for this, but I have The Condemned, so I just put it in this case and labeled it The Condemned. But it's a good movie. Stone Cold Steve Austin and a bunch of other people get stranded on this island. It's basically Hunger Games, sort of, and they have to basically kill each other to survive and stuff. So it's a really fun, well, not fun, because killing people isn't fun, but a really different movie, and I kind of enjoyed it. A lot of action in it. Coneheads, this was really funny. This is an older movie. Dan Aykroyd, Jane Curtin. Really funny movie. Check it out if you haven't. Next is the Conjuring Universe 6-film collection. It has Annabelle Comes Home, The Nun, Annabelle, The Conjuring, Annabelle Creation, and The Conjuring 2. I haven't seen any of those, but yeah, that's what it looks like. I just got it because it was cheap on Halloween, and it was a horror movie. This next one came in a set of random movies. It's got Jodie Foster and Matthew McConaughey. That's Contact. I don't know much about this, but two good actors in it. This next one I got at Dollar Tree. This is Contract Killers. Basically, these guys get hired to kill people, I guess. I haven't seen them, just that's what I read off the back, and what I remember hearing about it. But I think it's not a bad movie. I just haven't watched it yet. This one I've seen parts of, haven't watched the full thing. That's Corpse Bride from Tim Burton. That's got Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter, of course, because those two are in like everything Tim Burton. At least Johnny Depp is. But well, no, it just seems that way. They are great friends. But I haven't seen this full movie, so if you've seen this full thing, let me know what you thought. This next one I saw for cheap at Walmart, I think is why I bought it, and it just sounded unique and cool. That's Cosmo Ball. I don't remember much about it, but I remember thinking it was cool when I bought it. But yeah, I don't know why I bought it. This one I wanted to see and haven't gotten around to it yet, and I need to watch this. That's Countdown. I've heard mixed things about it, but I don't care if people didn't like it. Basically, this timer on your phone tells you when you're gonna die, and as soon as it clicks down, you're basically dead. And it's an app on your phone that tells you when you're gonna die. So the main character and all her friends like download this app, and they all start dying and stuff. And they're trying to find a way to prevent their countdown, I guess. So it's kind of cool about showing how like there literally is an app for everything on your phone. But I've heard mixed things about it, but I do want to check it out. Courageous. This was a good movie from the Kendrick brothers. Check this out if you haven't seen it. Next is The Courier. I've seen parts of this. Olga Kurylenko, Gary Oldman, are in this. So I've seen parts of this. It sounded cool. I just haven't watched the rest of it yet, but I like Gary Oldman and a lot of the stuff he does. Next I have The Craft and The Craft Legacy. Haven't seen either one of these, just picked them up real cheap around Halloween. Next one came in the set of random movies. This is Crank, Jason Statham. Haven't seen it, don't know much about it. This next one won Best Picture, and when I got this in the set of random movies, I didn't remember ever hearing about this winning Best Picture, but that's Crash. So I'll probably watch this and review it at some point for my, Best Picture winners and stuff. But I don't know why I didn't remember this winning Best Picture. Next is Crawl, another one I wanted to see in theaters. Still haven't seen it yet, but it sounded really cool about the killer crocodile and stuff. It's always killer crocodiles or killer sharks or something. But it gets stuck in a crawl space in somebody's house during a flood, and they have to basically escape it. So I thought it was kind of cool. I wanted to see it and didn't get to. I found this at Dollar Tree. This is Crazy Samurai 400 versus 1. Don't remember much about it, but I haven't seen it. But I got it at Dollar Tree. It just looked kind of cool. And it's only $1. Well, $1.25 now. Next is Creed. Never been a fan of the Rocky movies or Creed. I've never seen this. I've seen parts of the first Rocky movie, but that was it. Boxing movies aren't my thing. So I'm not saying they're bad movies if you like them. Obviously, Rocky's a Best Picture winner, but I never cared to watch it. But I might have to review it for my Best Picture stuff. Next is Critters Attack. Another one I haven't seen. I just picked up around Halloween one year for cheap. This is a Croczilla with 4 bonus movies. So you got Croczilla, and then you got Attack of the Giant Leeches, Piranha, Voyage to the Prehistoric Planet, and The Killer Shrews. All these like cheesy horror movies and stuff. Again, crocodile. It's always killer crocs, killer alligators, killer sharks, whatever. But I haven't seen any of these. but it was a 5 set, basically 5 movies for $5 from Walmart the one time. This next one is The Croods. I haven't seen this, but I picked it up for my DreamWorks collection because I'm trying to get all the DreamWorks movies. But I might watch this at some point. I don't have the new Croods movie yet. I think there's a second one, right? If I'm not mistaken. Next is The Crow. I got this in a set of random movies. This is the movie that Brandon Lee got killed in accidentally. He's the son of Bruce Lee, and I've never seen this, but I've heard it was a good movie, and a lot of people remember that where Brandon Lee got killed. So this next one also came in a set of random movies. I don't know anything about it. Cry of Battle. I don't know anything about this. Let me know if you've heard of this, if you've seen it, whatever, if it's good or not. I don't know. It came in a set of random movies. And then I bought Curse of Chucky separate from the rest of them because it wasn't in the set, and I'm just gonna try to complete the set. I think there's one more. Is it Cult of Chucky? I think, which I don't have yet. I don't know if that's the last one or if there's more after that. And I haven't watched the Chucky series, so I don't know. Like I said, I've never been a huge fan, but I have seen parts of the first one. This is the Curse of Oak Island season 7. I have seasons 1 through 6 in a box set, which you'll see when I show off my box sets. But this is a good show about these two brothers who basically bought the stake in Oak Island to explore and find treasure that is rumored to be hidden there. They haven't found anything yet. They're on season 10, I think, 9 or 10 on TV. But good show if you're into like treasure hunting and stuff. Definitely check this one out. Next is Cyrano with Peter Dinklage. Still haven't watched it, but I bought it to watch it to see. But from what I remember about the movie, or about the story of Cyrano, I'll compare it to that and see how accurate it was from what I remember at least. Next is Derailed, D-Railed, and another. I think this was Dollar Tree, or it came in the set of random movies and stuff. But this train basically falls off the tracks, and it looks like it falls underwater, and people get trapped and try to escape and stuff. And there's probably something killer under the water, probably a crocodile or shark, whatever, or an alien of some kind, because that's usually what these movies are. But I haven't watched it yet. And then this one is Damascus Under Fire. I got this at Dollar Tree. Again, sounded interesting. Still haven't watched it yet. There's a theme here, right? I buy movies from Dollar Tree because they're only $1, and then I have them, but I don't watch them. This next one is Dam Sharks. Basically, these sharks kill people and build a dam with their body parts. That's the movie. That's what we've come to for cheesy shark movies. I mean, this is an older shark movie, but still, that's what shark movies have come to now. Dark Light, I got this at Dollar Tree. It's basically a horror movie. I don't remember much about it, but it's like an alien invasion thing, I think. Yeah, it was $1, so I picked it up. Dark Was the Night, I found this at Walmart for cheap. Again, sounded interesting. Timothy Oliphant, Marissa Tomei. Sounded cool, so I picked it up. Haven't watched it yet. Darkest Hour. Gary Oldman won an Oscar for this. I've seen parts of this movie. He plays Winston Churchill. I've seen parts of it, haven't seen the full movie, but from what I've seen, it seemed pretty good. Let me know if you've seen the full thing, what you thought of it. This next one came in a set of random movies. This is a Dave Chappelle, For What It's Worth, comedy routine thing. I don't know. I've never watched any of his stuff. I don't know. But I kept it because it was a movie. The Da Vinci Code, another movie I haven't seen in full, but I've seen parts of, and I do kind of want to watch it because it has a great cast in it. I just haven't gotten around to watching it yet, but I do remember liking what I saw of it. Dawn of the Dead, I got this for cheap. Haven't actually watched it. I don't know. I know it's like a zombie thing, but I haven't watched it. I've heard good things about it though. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I do like this movie. I think I like it better than Rise of the Guardians. I think I like it better than Rise of the Planet of the Apes, but it's a close call, I think. And then War for the Planet of the Apes wasn't as good, but I still liked it. I didn't hate it. But Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, I think, is my favorite of the trilogy. I love these newer Planet of the Apes movies. I have the entire original series, which you'll see later on when I show them. But a lot of people hate on these new Planet of the Apes movies. I didn't mind them. And now it's owned by Disney, so maybe knowing them, they'll remake it again anyway. Dawn Rider, this came in a set of random movies. I don't know much about this either, but it's like a cowboy western thing with Christian Slater and Donald Sutherland. The Dead Don't Die. Heard mixed things about this, but great cast in it. Picked it up hoping to watch it. You know, it's a zombie thing. I bought this when we started watching The Walking Dead and getting into zombie stuff, but I just haven't watched it yet. This next one I got at Dollar Tree. This is Deadliest Critters, Wild Things with Dominic Monaghan. You know, the one from Lord of the Rings. He basically, I guess it's like a documentary thing on some like the deadliest critters and stuff. Yeah, around the world. So I haven't watched it yet, but it sounded kind of cool, so I picked it up. I just haven't watched it. This one I got from Dollar Tree or in a set of random movies. I don't even remember. Dead Detectives. I would assume the dead detectives are the detectives that investigate the dead. I don't remember this. I don't think I bought this at Dollar Tree because I would have remembered buying that. So it was probably in a set of random movies. Death on the Nile. Didn't like this as much as I liked Murder on the Orient Express. Not bad, but I think it was too convenient, a lot of it, and there were parts of this movie that really didn't need to be in this movie. But a great cast. I mean, you have obviously Kenneth Branagh as Hercule Poirot, and then you have Tom Bateman, Annette Bening, I said Kenneth Branagh, Russell Brand, Ali Fazal, Dawn French, Gal Gadot, Armie Hammer, Rose Leslie, Emma Mackey, or Emma McKay, I think it's Mackey or McKay, however you say that, Sophia Okonedo, Jennifer Saunders, and Letitia Wright. I probably butchered half of them names, but great cast. Not a bad movie. Just I'd rather rewatch Murder on the Orient Express than that. Next is Death Wish. Bruce Willis. This was a good movie. I know it was a remake. I like this version. I haven't seen the original one. But yeah, it's not a bad movie. If you're a fan of Bruce Willis stuff, check that out. The next one is Debug, Jason Momoa. It sounded interesting, picked it up, haven't watched it yet. Again, a theme. I buy movies and don't watch them. Deep Blue Sea and Deep Blue Sea 2. Deep Blue Sea I have seen. Samuel L. Jackson gets eaten by a shark. That's basically the best part of the movie because these movies suck. But they were cheap shark movies, so I bought them. But Deep Blue Sea I kind of enjoyed. Deep Blue Sea 2 I haven't seen yet. Here's another copy of Deep Blue Sea 2 because I had this first, and then Deep Blue Sea 3 I haven't seen that either, so I don't know if they're any good. But I like cheesy shark movies and I'll never get rid of them. That's why I still have all of these ones and Frenzy and all those other ones. This is Derailed, D-E-Railed, not to be confused with D-Railed that we saw earlier. This is a whole separate movie. I got this in a set of random movies. I don't know nothing about this, but I know it's different than the other Derailed movie that I had earlier. Next is the Derby Stallion. Zac Efron. I don't remember much about it. I know I have it. Descendants. This was a good Disney movie about the children of different Disney movie villains. So you have Mal, played by Dove Cameron, who's the daughter of Maleficent. You have Evie, played by Sophia Carson, who's the daughter of Evil Queen from Snow White. and you have Boo Boo Stewart, who plays the son of Jafar. I forget what his name is, and then Cameron Boyce, who plays the son of Cruella de Vil. I also forget what his character's name is. Rest in peace, Cameron Boyce. But not a bad movie. I haven't seen the other two, but I like the first one. Despicable Me. This was a fun movie about the Minions. Well, not about the Minions, but with the introduction to the Minions, and then of course they had Despicable Me 2 and 3, which I also have Despicable Me and Despicable Me 2, and then Despicable Me 3. So yeah, I have 2 copies of the first one basically. So I guess I don't really need this one, but I've seen the first 2 and Minions. I haven't seen the third one yet. And then Detective Pikachu, which I haven't seen but heard mixed things about. Might watch it, might not. I don't know. It just seems like a cool live action Pokemon movie in a way, if that's even what it is. I don't know. I've never seen it. Next, I have The Devil Wears Prada, which I got in a set of random movies, but I have heard of this. I've heard mixed things on it. Probably never going to watch it, but hey, whatever. Meryl Streep, Anne Hathaway. Yeah, never seen it, but here's another James Bond film. This is Diamonds Are Forever. I haven't seen this one. This isn't one of the other ones I've seen. This is Sean Connery, rest in peace, as James Bond. Haven't seen this one. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I have seen this. It was a fun one. I haven't seen any of the other ones. I read the first book too. I read a couple of the books actually, but I've only seen the first movie. It's a fun movie. Another James Bond movie. This is Die Another Day. This is Pierce Brosnan. Again, also not one of the other ones I've seen, but it's another James Bond movie. That's why I have it. It also came in a set of random movies. Dig Season 1. I found this at Dollar Tree. Jason Isaacs is in it. It's basically about international conspiracy theories and stuff, or at least conspiracies, not necessarily just theories. But yeah, I picked it up because it sounded interesting. It was only $1. This I got in a set of random movies. I don't even know what this is. Digimon Adventure Try, so 3, I would assume. Yeah, I don't. It's a Digimon movie. I know that, but I've never seen it. I don't know anything about it. This next one was a fun Disney movie. That's Dinosaur. It gave me kind of like Land Before Time, vibes and stuff. But it follows these dinosaurs that are alive right as the meteor's hitting and stuff, and they try to find a safe place because they run out of food and everything else. And there's an area where there's grass and everything for all these things to eat, but obviously their journey's going to be tough. But yeah, and Aladar, the main dinosaur. So it was a fun Disney movie. A lot of people hate on it, but I really enjoyed it. Dirty Dancing. This is a classic that I've never seen because I don't watch classic movies apparently. Next is Distorted with John Cusack. It sounded interesting. Never seen it though, but I like that slipcover. That's kind of cool. District 9, another one I got in a set of random movies. Heard mixed things about this. Still haven't seen it yet. Again, you're going to hear me say that a lot. Disturbia, another one I lost a case for. I don't know why, but I have I just put it in here and labeled it. This was a weird movie. Shia LaBeouf. It was good, but it was just really weird. The Divergent series, so Divergent, Insurgent, and Allegiant. I've seen Divergent, haven't seen the other two. I heard they're not very good. The first one wasn't bad, but I think aren't they based off of books, which I haven't read. Django Unchained, another good one that I know I need to watch and still haven't. But Quentin Tarantino, directed this. Great cast though. But just haven't seen it because I guess I don't watch enough movies. Do You Believe? This was a good movie about different people from different walks of life But yeah, they're all from different walks of life and stuff, and things start happening to all of them, and someone tries to unite them all, with the Christian faith, and um, so things happen that bring them all together. One of them's a pastor, one of them's like a homeless guy, I think. One of them's a criminal, and it's just a really cool movie to watch. So if you're into those like religious movies and stuff, check that one out. Doctor Sleep, really good movie. Um, Good sequel to The Shining, also based off of a book by Stephen King. Um, I'd still like The Shining better, which I have finally watched um, since then, but because I didn't watch The Shining before I watched this. I actually watched this first, and then I have finally watched The Shining. So The Shining's good. It's way better than this, but Doctor Sleep still isn't bad. Ewan McGregor, Rebecca Ferguson. Doctor Strange. This is not my favorite MCU film, but again, not my least favorite. Kind of like I said with Ant-Man. I don't know. I take it or leave it, I guess, for Doctor Strange. Not definitely not the worst MCU film. Dogs Go to Heaven. Mark Lowry is a Christian comedian and singer. He's performed with Bill Gaither and them and the Gaither vocal band and stuff. But he's really funny. This is great, but this is one of his shows, Dogs Go to Heaven. But really funny show, really funny guy, great Christian guy. Dolphin Tale. This was a really good movie about a dolphin that lost his tail and ends up befriending this young kid. Just a really good movie. I know they made a second one. I haven't seen that one though. Don't Let Them In. I got this for cheap. This was another like horror movie. I guess these people basically like they knock on the door or something and they end up being murderers or something. So it was on sale at Halloween, so I picked it up but haven't watched it. Doom I have seen. I don't remember enjoying it that much. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I did watch it a long time ago. But Dwayne Johnson's in it, so if you're looking for all the Rock movies, you got to buy that one too. Next is, I said I'd mention this later on because I had another copy of it, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and then the live action Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey. This one I think is more fun just because it's a lot longer, and Jim Carrey's just a funny dude who just brings his own unique personality to this. And there's a scene in this movie where the Grinch pulls a tablecloth off of his table and the stuff stays standing, and then Jim Carrey runs back in and knocks it down. That wasn't supposed to happen. He was supposed to just knock it off the table the first time, but he actually did the trick correctly by mistake. So that was cool, and just the improv of him to come running back in and knock it off the table, that's something that the Grinch would do. So it was just kind of cool. And then this is obviously the classic one. So you got to have both. And then I do have The Grinch, which you'll see in the box sets later on because it's in like a tin. The new one with Benedict Cumberbatch voicing the Grinch, which I didn't enjoy as much as those two, but those two are really great. Those are classic Christmas movies, and if you haven't watched them, you need to watch them around Christmas. And you saw those again in my, if you haven't watched it, my Christmas or holiday movie collection video that I did for Christmas week. Go check that out when you're done watching this. Dragon Age: Dawn of the Seeker. I got this at Dollar Tree. It's an animated thing about like dragons and stuff. I don't know. It sounded cool, so I picked it up, but I haven't watched it yet. The Dragonheart movies. I think these are based off of books, if I'm not mistaken. This has all 5 movies, and I haven't watched these, but they sounded cool. I do remember. I'm pretty sure this was based off of a book, and if it is, I think I read it because I remember that name, and I remember the book had like a dragon on it that unfolded to be the book. If that's the right one I'm thinking of. The DreamWorks 4-movie collection has Captain Underpants, The Road to El Dorado, Puss in Boots, and Sinbad. I've seen parts of The Road to El Dorado, but that's the only one from this I've seen. And then Puss in Boots, obviously they have, I think is there 3 movies, 3 or 4, or there's a new one that's coming out too. with Antonio Banderas still voicing Puss in Boots, but I haven't seen any of the other ones, but it's DreamWorks, so that's why I picked it up. And then Dune. This was a good movie. I didn't watch it in theaters. I got it after it came out on DVD. Not a bad movie. I think, didn't they have an older version of this or something? And then I think they're making a second one at some point. But not a bad movie. I enjoyed it. Next is Dunkirk, another one I wanted to see in theaters that didn't get to see. Directed by Christopher Nolan. Has Kenneth Branagh in it. A lot of good actors in it. Harry Styles is in it. Cillian Murphy, Mark Rylance, Tom Hardy. Wanted to see it, didn't, still haven't. Let me know if you've seen it, what you thought of it. Duplex, this came in a set of random movies. Don't know much about it. Yeah, so Drew Barrymore and Ben Stiller, but don't know much about it. Dynasties, this is another David Attenborough, BBC thing about 5 different animal families and how the leaders or the pack leaders or whatever of each group has to show survival for their pack or pride or whatever their group is called. And so it focuses on chimpanzees, lions, hyenas, or hunting dogs, tigers, and penguins. Really good documentary again by BBC and David Attenborough. And stay tuned for Earth Day. I will be doing a comparison of most of the David Attenborough BBC stuff, Planet Earth and all them, for Earth Day. So stay tuned for that if you're interested in that. E.T. classic. I still haven't watched this full movie. I know the premise of it. I know where what happens and stuff. I don't know. I guess I haven't seen the full movie. I thought I did, but there's parts I don't remember. Like, people will talk about it, and I'm like, I don't remember that. So I guess I haven't seen the full thing. But classic movie. If you haven't seen E.T., why not? Go watch it, please. Earth to Echo. Haven't watched this. Found it for cheap, so I picked it up. Still haven't seen it. Edge of Darkness, another one that was really cheap. Mel Gibson. Haven't seen this, but I heard it was good. I've heard good things about it. Edge of Tomorrow or Live, Die, Repeat. This one I have seen. Good movie. It's basically like Groundhog Day, where the guy relives the same thing over and over again. But they try to find a way for him to stop dying. Tom Cruise, Emily Blunt. Good movie. Check it out if you haven't. Edward Scissorhands. Haven't watched it, but Johnny Depp, Winona Ryder. I've heard mixed things about it. This is El Primer Hombre en la Luna, so it's First Man basically, but it's in Spanish, so El is the first letter, or E is the first letter in L, so that's why it's here. But I do have the English version of First Man, which you'll probably see in this video if this gets that far. But again, I'm finding all these Spanish movies at Dollar Tree, so I just pick up the Spanish version of them. I'm not going to watch the Spanish version of them, but it's still kind of cool to see them. Ella Enchanted, this came in a random movie thing. Anne Hathaway, never watched it. Elysium, another good one that I've heard it's good, or I've heard mixed things about it, but I just haven't watched it yet. The Emoji Movie, I've heard bad things about this. Patrick Stewart voices Poop. I haven't watched this, but I've heard bad things about it, but I picked it up just because I think it'll be fun to watch, if I decide to watch it. Empire, Two Worlds Collide. I don't know much about this. This came in a set of random movies. John Leguizamo. Yeah, I don't know much about this. This one's out of order too. Wow, that's way out of order. Elf. I didn't do a very good job when I put these away, I guess. Classic, funny Will Ferrell movie. If you haven't seen Elf, you need to watch this on Christmas. This is just a funny movie. Will Ferrell. Um, it's directed by Jon Favreau. So you got Will Ferrell, James Caan, Zoe Deschanel, Ed Asner, Bob Newhart. Just a funny movie. One of my favorites to watch on Christmas. Elf is just, it's great. And a lot of it was improv and by Will Ferrell. And I've always wanted to try that spaghetti stuff that he eats in this movie. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, then you need to watch it. But it's just a funny movie. And I did talk about this again in my holiday movie thing that I did for Christmas week. Next is Ender's Game. Another one that I haven't seen. But heard mixed reviews about, so I'll probably watch it at some point because it's got a good cast in that one too. Aragon, I have seen this. It's not as bad as people say it is. I read the book, or most of the book at least. I've seen this movie, and people hate on this movie, and I can see why. It's not a great movie, but I think I would be okay with a remake of this movie. If somebody wanted to take this and remake it, it is Fox, so maybe Disney will redo it, but I think it was okay for what it was. I don't hate on it as much as other people do. Escape Room, another one I haven't seen, but it's kind of a cool concept. People get stuck in like an escape room and have to try to escape. Different things happen, and different parts of the escape room are designed for the different people that are stuck in there. So they planned who would be stuck in this room, basically. But I haven't seen it, but I've heard mixed reviews about it. Eternals. This is seriously, I don't know why they're making a second one of this movie. This movie was the most pointless movie in the MCU. And they might be able to connect it later on and make it more important than it seems. But right now, in the MCU, this is just, I hate this movie with a passion. My least favorite movie in the MCU. It was boring. It was just, I don't know, maybe it was just the cast, I don't know, but it was just, I mean, the concept is cool about these, like, heroes that have been around forever, known as the Eternals, created by Celestials, whatever. Great concept. The director who directed this has won an Academy Award the year before. Should be a good movie, and it's not. Eternals is crap. So the next movie I have is The Evil Dead. Haven't seen it, but I know it's a classic. I should probably watch it, but I haven't. Next I have is a wrestling one. This is Evolution, the WWE Women's Division, and it's got some of the greatest matches, basically just from like the women's division from throughout the years, from the start of women's wrestling in WWE to basically where we were at when this came out. Really good series about the women's wrestling and stuff. This one came in the set of random movies. This is Exodus. I don't know anything about this, but that's why I don't know anything about it, because it came in the random movies. The Expendables 2, and The Expendables 3. All three good, decent movies. The third one's not that good, but the first one's fun, just because it's good. It's basically this group of like soldiers they're called the Expendables because they're nobodies that nobody will miss, and they send them in when they don't want to risk other soldiers and stuff. But it's just really cool. Good movies, at least the first two. The third one's meh. Next is Experimenter, the Stanley Milgram story. I don't know much about this. It came in a set of random movies too, so I don't know much about it. Next one I got at Dollar Tree. This is Extraordinary Mission. It sounded cool. Picked it up. Haven't watched it yet. Another one from the set of random movies. Extreme. It's I think it's in German or something. Um, even the back, like I don't know what it's about, but it's got Hugh Grant and Gene Hackman. Um, I don't know what it's about because I can't read it, but it was a set of random movies, so I just kept it. Extreme Dinosaurs. I found this at Dollar Tree. This is basically like a story about different dinosaurs and stuff. It's really cool. I mean, I haven't seen the full thing yet, but I started watching it. Face Off. I finally finished watching this. Went back through and rewatched it. I saw the first part of it, and then didn't really finish it because it was just like on TV the one day or whatever. But Face Off, good movie, great plot twist at the end. Yeah, if you haven't seen this, go check it out. Facing the Giants, a great football movie. It's also a religious, a Christian movie and stuff. Really good movie. Check that out if you haven't. This next one came in a set of random movies. This is the Family Collection. It's got 4 movies. Nico the Unicorn. The Never-Ending Story 3. Escape from Fantasia. Mysterious Museum. And The Phoenix and the Carpet. Never heard of any of them. But yeah, so it came in that set of random movies. But those are four just random movies. Another one that came from one of that set was The Family Guy, Blue Harvest. Basically the spin-off of A New Hope. Well, not spin-off, but the spoof of A New Hope from Family Guy and stuff. So I've heard good things about this. I haven't watched it yet. I probably should. I should probably check it out because I love Star Wars. Another one from the set of movies is The Family Stone. I don't know much about it, but decent cast. Just haven't watched it. Also from that same set is The Family That Prays. Tyler Perry. Again, haven't seen it. Don't know much about it. Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, and Four Stick. Okay, so we have a mixed bag with these 3. The first Fantastic Four I thought was good. This one I thought was trash, and this is controversial, but this one is good. And I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if you hate me for saying this. I didn't hate this movie. A lot of people hated on Fantastic Four from, was this 2015, whatever year this was, Four Stick. I don't hate this movie. I thought Doctor Doom was a lot cooler in this one than he was in the original. I didn't mind it. I really didn't, and I don't care what anybody else says. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking with it. I didn't hate this movie. This one I did. Silver Surfer. That one was trash. But the original Fantastic Four wasn't bad. And obviously, with the appearance of Reed Richards in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, we're obviously getting the Fantastic Four at some point, and there was the announcement of the movie and stuff, but they'll be coming to the MCU at some point. Obviously recast, unless they do decide to bring back one or both versions of the Fantastic Four from those movies. But they are all Disney now because they're Fox. But I didn't hate Four Stick, and I don't care what you say. Next, we have the Fantastic Beast films. So we have Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, and Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. I really enjoy the first one. The second one's not bad. This one could have been better. Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. This series is unfortunate because I want to like this because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. And these are obviously prequels to Harry Potter. And I want to like them, and I want to like these movies, and it started off fine, and then kind of went downhill with the second two, and they're supposed to be making 5. I don't know if they're still doing that or not. I hope they do, because I do kind of want to keep up with this series, but at the same time, it's like, it's not that good. And I hope they make a Cursed Child movie, which is a prequel to Harry Potter, but who knows. But I'm mixed bag again with those three. Fantastic Mr. Fox. This was a great movie. George Clooney, Meryl Streep voice Mr. and Mrs. Fox. Mr. and Mrs. Fox. Yeah, good movie. I watched this at camp the one time, and I really enjoyed this. So if you haven't seen it, check that one out. Fantastic. Yeah, the Fast and Furious collection has all the movies from the Fast and the Furious to the Fate of the Furious. So F8. Who's got the Fast and the Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, Fast and Furious, Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious, Fast 5, Fast and Furious 6, Furious 7, and the Fate of the Furious. I do have Hobbs and Shaw, and I have F9, which you'll see later on. Never got into these. I've seen the first 2, I think, or at least the first, and Tokyo Drift, and then after that, I gave up. I didn't care. Those movies are whatever. Fatale or Fatale, another one I've heard mixed things about and just haven't watched yet. Hilary Swank, Michael Ealy. Wanted to watch it, just haven't yet. Heard mixed things though, so don't know if it's that good or not. The Father, I haven't watched this yet, but basically her father has like dementia or something, and Olivia Colman plays his daughter, and she tries to help him remember things and do things in life. And we have Fear the Walking Dead. So this is season 1 and season 2. Not as interesting to me as The Walking Dead. It's supposed to be kind of like I guess sort of a prequel in a way, or at the same time as The Walking Dead, I guess, because they're kind of there. This kind of starts right at the start of the zombie outbreak, but this is on the other side of the country, because it starts in California. I haven't gotten into it as much. I think is there 6 or 7 seasons, 9 seasons? Is it still going? I don't even remember. I didn't get into it as much as I did with the Walking Dead, and that's unfortunate, because we once we got into The Walking Dead and we binged the first 10 seasons, we started liking The Walking Dead. So it's unfortunate that that's not as good for us. Next is Fearless, which came from another one of those movies from the set of random movies, 50, however many there were. It's Jet Li. I've never seen it, don't know much about it. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, another classic that I haven't seen, that I should probably watch. Field of Dreams, another one I haven't seen. This one came in that set of random movies. Fifth Element, this one I've heard bad things about, but I'll probably check it out anyways, just because I watch crappy movies apparently. Final Destination 5 film collection. Mixed movies here, some of them are good, some of them are bad. I've seen the first 4, I don't think I saw the 5th one. But there is a plot twist that I know about in the 5th one, which is kind of cool. But yeah, the first one was fun, because it was kind of like, these people cheat death, and death fights back, basically. And then the other ones after that were just kind of thrown together, I feel like. And some of them one of them's in 3D, I think, and it's very crappy 3D, and then just the plots and stuff are all over the place, so whatever. Fight Club, I can't talk about this. Finding Nemo and Finding Dory, which is obviously the sequel to Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo's good, Finding Dory, okay, but I love Finding Nemo. This one I got in a set of random movies. Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. I don't know. And I said I'd mention this later, First Man, because I do have the English version of it. Instead of El Primer Hombre en la Luna, or whatever it was called. Firestarter, this is the original with Drew Barrymore. Stephen King. Haven't watched this, but I picked it up because it was Stephen King. Fireproof, this is another good one. From the it has Kirk Cameron in it. Another good like Christian movie. So check that one out if you haven't seen it. The First Purge, A Nation Reborn. I do have some of the other Purge movies you'll see later on, but never seen this one. I've never watched any of the Purge movies. Yeah, I know a lot of people like them. I just never got into them. 5-Card Stud. This came in that set of random movies. I have no clue what this is about, but I would assume it has a poker game in it. Next is The Flash, Season 1. Heard mixed things about it, haven't watched that yet. Another one from the set of random movies was Flashbacks of a Fool. Don't know anything about this one. Flight Plan, also from a set of random movies, which I also don't know about. Jodie Foster. That set had a lot of movies with Jodie Foster in it. They should have just called it the Jodie Foster set. The Flintstones Season 1. My mom got me this. Haven't watched it yet. I mean, I've seen parts of the first episode, but I haven't watched the full first season or the full show of the Flintstones, but classic TV. Flubber, it's been forever since I've seen this. Robin Williams. It is a Disney movie, but I haven't watched it in a while, but I have seen it. I do remember having fun with it. The Fluffy movie, Gabriel Iglesias. It's basically his comedy shows plus like stuff about his life and everything. Really funny. Again, not a very like child-friendly comedian. You know, he swears a lot and stuff, but still really funny. Fluke. Don't know much about this. It came from that set of random movies. And then the last one for this bin and for this first part of the DVD and Blu-ray collection is Flushed Away. And I bought this because it was DreamWorks, but also Ian McKellen and Hugh Jackman voice characters in that, so that's kind of cool. But I've seen parts of it, but haven't watched the full movie yet. So anyways, guys, there you go. That's it for part 1 of my updated DVD and Blu-ray collection. Like I said, I'm going to try to do these a lot longer videos to have less parts, because for me personally, I like watching longer videos like this. So stay tuned for the rest of these coming up soon eventually, and stay tuned for that thing on Earth Day that I said I was going to do, where I compare the different BBC America stuff, narrated by David Attenborough. Thanks for watching this video. Check out what else we had. Check out my holiday one that I did for Christmas week, and check out everything else that we've done on this channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Remember, leave the scumbaggery at home, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
Subscribe.